Stadium in Rome, Georgia. Toe meets leather in approximately 10 minutes from now as the Shorter Hawks are hosting the number 3 ranked Valdosta State Blazers in a non-conference game for Valdosta State. You'll remember that Shorter is an independent this season, having left the GSC after last year and then moving to Conference Carolinas next year. The other sports are involved in Conference Carolinas, but the conference was not ready for football competition this year, so Shorter has a split schedule. Some future Conference Carolinas teams, some current Gulf South Conference teams, and then some NAIA teams and some other visitors to bear things out. It's time for the Georgia Northwestern Technical College lineups and pregame report. GNTC teaches you how. Get trained, get hired. Visit them online at gntc.edu. Well, let's talk about the Shorter defense first. We expect the backfield to be Trey Thomas, the 175-pound senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. The other cornerback should be Tobias Lewis, 170-pound sophomore out of Tyrone. Then Hugh Barbie, the junior from Woodbury, Georgia, and a Mississippi College transfer. He will be one of the strong safeties, along with DJ Walker, and who's a sophomore out of Athens. And then Trent McCord, who leads the team in tackles. He is a redshirt freshman out of Griffin, and he will be one of the other safeties. The linebacking positions, we look for Maddox Jackson, the senior out of Thomaston, and the University of Pikeville transfer to one of the positions, along with Devon Lane, one of the team captains. He's a 205-pound senior from Valdosta himself, Lowndes County High School to be specific. He'll be the other backer. And then up front, look for Christian Benson, the junior out of Covington, and Jacine Henry, the junior out of Brooklyn, New York, the Grandview University transfer. They will be the ends, and in the middle, the big guys are N'Kobe Spurrier, 290 pounds out of Tucker, and then Tony Bethay, the 305-pounder out of Waycross. He is a redshirt senior. The Shorter captains are out on the field right now, and that will be the aforementioned Devon Lane and Tony Bethay, along with Harold Cook, Price Campbell, and is that Josh? No, not Josh Brown out there. I missed one of the captains' names. Hold on 1 second for me. All right, the Henry, Jacine Henry. Those double numbers, I will never get used to that. But Jacine Henry, those are the 5 captains for Shorter. Shorter in the white helmets today with the blue and chrome striping across the front of the front to back on the helmet, and the Hawk logo on the side. Battle gray jerseys today for the Shorter Hawks. Gray jerseys and pants with blue numerals with gold or yellow trim around them. Valdosta State has just entered the field to the far side. Their captains are ready to come out as well. The Blazers in their black helmets with some the V logo on the side with the word state emblazoned across it. They are in white jerseys with black numerals, or red numerals, with black trim, as well as black pants. Our captains are meeting at midfield right now, and we'll get this one underway in just a moment.
Captains come to the center of the field
for Shorter on offense.
7, Harold Cook.
Well, let's just listen to John McClellan for a moment.
Number 72, Price Campbell. Number 10, Devon Lane. Number 99, Tony Bethay.
Our referee today is Charles Olson. It is a Gulf South Conference crew this afternoon. The coin hits the ground, and he immediately looks at Valdosta. So we presume that means that the Blazers have won the toss. And we'll get this one underway in just a moment. The referee's trying to key his mic. So Valdosta State wins the toss. They will defer and get the football in the second half. Shorter will then take the football to start the ball game, and they will be driving left to right. If you're familiar with Barron Stadium, then we'd be backed up against the levee, which separates downtown Rome from the beginnings of the Coosa River. The Oostanala and the Etowah meet just back into the left of us and form the Coosa, which goes to the Alabama border and then goes from basically center Alabama down to Montgomery. And now the Shorter Hawks come out onto the field. You hear the fans? As I mentioned earlier, and this is unofficial, I've got to go back and double check, but if I remember correctly, my research showed that the Hawks have never started a season 3-0. Now, bear in mind, most of those seasons, or many of them I should say, started with an FCS opponent, so you're not supposed to win too many of those games. But the Hawks, looking for history today, they've had 2 other chances taken away from them this year to start 3-0 because of hurricanes canceling ball games. We're just about set to get this one underway. Let's go ahead and talk about the shorter offense. Harold Cook completing 75% of his passes for 402 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 201 yards per game. He's a grad student out of Tampa. In the backfield, we'll see Lanier McCrary first, the sophomore out of Rockmart, 26 touches for 117 yards so far and 3 touchdowns. The wide receivers will be Bo Mosteller, the redshirt senior out of Jackson, Trayvon Durden, who's a junior out of St. Augustine, Florida, 9 catches for 188 yards, 2 of them for touchdowns. We'll also see Jalen Marshall with 3 catches for 31 yards. He's a sophomore out of Hamilton. And then the tight end will be Colin Jackson. He is a sophomore out of Statesboro, 4 catches for 85 yards and a score. Then up front, shuffled around again. Third game, third different lineup. Ja'Cory Wright will be the left tackle, the freshman out of Americus. Price Campbell, as always, the senior from Sugar Hill, will be at the left guard position. The center is Jacob Strunk. He's a sophomore out of Southside, Alabama, 290 pounds. Ronald Harris will be the right guard. He's a sophomore out of Baton Rouge. And Vinny Dresser, the right tackle. And he is a 280-pound redshirt freshman out of Augusta. Valdosta State employs 2 kickoff men. And we see first this will be Ethan Edens to kick off. He has 8 touchbacks in his attempts this season. Toe meets leather. We are underway. High, end over end kickoff. It sails to the back of the R and the Rome logo in the end zone. Rome High hosts their home ball games at this stadium. Shorter rents it out on Saturday. We're underway, and Shorter will have the football first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line after that opening kickoff, number 9 on the season for Edens. Quick look at the Valdosta defense after I welcome you who are watching in on our YouTube channel. My name is Mike Beavers. This audio is from the Mountain Coast Network. I apologize. This time yesterday I didn't even have a voice. I'm doing the best I can. Your producer is Ava Sanders, and your camera person is Cole McDaniel here on the shorter produced YouTube version of this football game. Glad to have you along with us. It's a perfect day here in Rome, Georgia for Shorter and Valdosta State. Snap back, waist high, handoff McCrary through the left side. He's got some blocking. He's forward across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. Off the bottom of the pile for Valdosta State, Jamori Jones, the senior out of Phoenix City, Alabama. He is partnered up there with defensive tackle Jaquan Hicks, defensive ends Mark Robinson and Alan Baugh. We'll get to the linebackers in just a moment. Davon Dezeme is one of them. As we get set to go for Shorter, looking at a second down and 7 to go from their own 27-yard line. Play action pass thrown, zipped across the middle. On the slant route, is it caught? No. It was Mosteller went diving for the football at the 40-yard line. Could not come up with it as the pass was a bullet down into the dirt, or the artificial surface, I should say, and Mosteller couldn't dig it up. So now third down for Shorter and 7 to go. I will find a speaking voice in just a moment that doesn't grate so much. Shorter on the season on third downs are 38%. 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. As we get set for this third down snap. With a back to his left, Cook calling for the snap from Strunk. He'll get it 3 steps, 4 steps back, now rolling toward his right. Looks downfield, can't find a man, lobs it to the near side, almost, but out of bounds. It was caught at the 47-yard line by Jalen Marshall coming across the field. He had to dive to get the football, but it goes out of bounds. So Shorter will go 3 and out on that opening series. I didn't get you the rest of the Valdosta State defense. The free safety is Larry Elder. The field corner is Rance Connors. The other cornerback is Theron Stoops. The star is Jeremy Smith. The strong safety is Jordan Billups. I feel like I missed a linebacker somewhere. Valdosta State will have Ethan Nation deep. He stands at his own 30-yard line as Wyatt Walters into punt. Jackson Moore, the long snapper. High snap, face mask high, I should say. A nice spiraling punt. It does not turn over. It hits at the 35-yard line on Valdosta's side of the field and bounces out of bounds near the 30. No wind today at Barron Stadium, and so the Hawks will go on defense for the first time. The Hawk defense, we brought them to you in pregame. We'll remind you, it's Benson and Henry at the ends. Spurrier and Bethea are in the middle. The linebackers are Lane and Jackson, and the defensive backs, Thomas, McCord, Walker, Barbie, and Thomas. Trent McCord, number 11. Watch out for him if those of you are in with us on video. He leads the Hawks with 23 tackles, and he fills the lane in a hurry. For Valdosta State, they've got Sammy Edwards, the top passer in the conference, 70% completion rate, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He'll stand back in the shotgun with a back to his left, handoff around the right end, looking for room and finding a little bit around the corner on the right to the 30 up to the 33-yard line goes the running back, and they will use a bucket full of running backs for sure. That was James Bud Cheney with the carry, not even listed in the 2 deep, but he'll get the start in the first run there. So Cheney with the carry of about 4 yards. We'll call it a long 3, second down and 6 to go. Line to gain is the 41. Off play action, throwing wide open across the middle, complete at the 48-yard line, and down there, Rodney Bullard. That's his 15th catch of the season, and it'll get Valdosta State the first down of the game. Excuse me while I make a little note in my stats here.
A pickup of 11, first and 10.
By the way, kickoff time, it's 72 degrees, no wind. The dew point is 67, so it's a little sticky out there, even though the temperature is nice. 2 receivers make it 3, split to the right here on first down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Plenty of time for Edwards. Throws, has a man, almost makes the catch at the 30-yard line. Batted it diving, had it in one hand. Was that Williams?
Grayson Malashevich.
No.
Goes incomplete, brings up second and 10.
I thought it was a single-digit number. So Grayson Malasevich batted it from one hand to the X and then back to the other hand as he was diving. Could not come up with it. Nice throw, nice effort, but incomplete. So now second down and 10 to go. Valdosta State from the middle of the field at their own 46-yard line. Hand off to Cheney, right side. He's got nowhere to go. Swarmed over by the shorter defense. Coming up to finish it off.
Tony Bethea.
As Tony Bethea was underneath, and then Shorter had a defensive back coming in. I think it was DJ Walker who came to finish him off. And now it's third down and 10. Valdosta State on the season, 65% on third down. Shorter is allowing only 21% on third down. 2 receivers to either side, no score, second drive of the game. Shorter went 3 and out on their first. Edwards claps for the football, has time. Now he runs out of it, scoots up in the pocket, runs back, runs to his right, throws across the left side, almost complete down at the 32-yard line. He had a receiver on the far side. I think it was Tyler Smith, I believe. No, it was Bullard, excuse me. And incomplete as a shorter defense. They had 3 defenders there. Edwards had all kinds of time and then moved around in the pocket to buy even more. Found a covered man. He almost came up with it, but it was incomplete nonetheless for Valdosta State. I believe that was Majan Wright. I thought it was 81 instead of 1. I could be wrong, though. The punt off the side of the foot and out of bounds at the shorter 26-yard line. The long snapper is Reed Brass. The punter is Noah Botsford. He's averaging 40 yards per punt, but this one came off the side of his foot, and it's only going to go about 25 yards. So Shorter maybe probably closer to 29. So Shorter will take over there for its second possession. So the Hawks give up a first down, but hold and don't give up a second. And Shorter with the football now. 12:06 to go in the first quarter from Barron Stadium in Rome. No score. Hawks with the football for the second time. H-back and 1 receiver to the right side. Actually, there's a tight end and an H-back there as well. Counter handoff, hit in the backfield, but getting out on the edge, across the 30, slipping past a man, ahead to the 33-yard line goes McCrary, and the Hawks will pick up nice yardage on first down there.
Dante Bowdy in on the tackle. A gain of 6.
You hear John McClellan, the venerable PA announcer here at Barron Stadium, tell you that Dante Bowdy got the stop for Valdosta State. Almost 6 yards on that first down carry by McCrary. He's averaging 4.5 per tote this season. Second down and 4 to go, Shorter on his side of the field. Cook caught, tries to get away, can't do it. He's going to go down. That'll be sack number 5 on the season for Shorter, against Shorter, I could say. Edwards got in for Valdosta State. And
loses 4 yards, third and
that'll take it back to almost the original line of scrimmage. So third down and 9 to go for Shorter. Hawks are 0 for 1 on third downs in the game so far today. So the Hawks having a hard time getting anything going up front. That time, protection broke down. And Larry Elder got the tackle and the sack for Valdosta State. So Cook on third down tries to get around the right side. He had receivers downfield. Everybody was covered, had nowhere to see, and he will go down for his second sack. I think they'll call that a sack instead of a run, and that's going to do it for Shorter's second possession. So Jamario Sykes will get Cook for the second consecutive sack. That's 6 on the year, and now it's time for Wyatt Walters to come in for the second time. Walters' first punt was good for 41 yards, and deep for Valdosta State is Ethan Nation. He has averaged 10 yards per return this year. High tail-dragging spiral is going to come straight down the elevator shaft at the 44-yard line, where Nation will make the fair catch in front of some Shorter cover men. And with 9:52 to go in the first quarter, still no score between Shorter and Valdosta State. Only one first down in the game so far. Glad to have you along with us on this sunny afternoon in Rome, Georgia, especially after what we all in the Southeast in one way or the other went through last weekend. And again, our hearts go out to our friends at Valdosta and all the way up into Asheville and beyond. That's all part of Shorter's stomping area. The Hawks were supposed to go to North Greenville last weekend, and that area was without power and lots of damage on campus. Valdosta State, first down and 10. Quick pass thrown and caught and dropped at the 49-yard line. Trying to turn around and make the quick grab for Valdosta State was Tyler Ajero. Couldn't come up with it, and now that's going to be second down and 10 for Valdosta State. Up front for the Blazers is Stephen Morrow, James Robinson, Will Flowers, Kenley Marias, and Jeremiah Mawali. And I apologize, I didn't get a chance to talk to anyone about a lot of these pronunciations, so if I butcher them, I do apologize. Second down handoff into the middle of the line, thwarted there by Shorter. And Lane and Bethea there on the stop. Has nothing doing in the middle for Blake Hester. Came into the game with 212 yards, 8.2 yards per carry, but nothing there. So third down and 10 for Valdosta State. They are 1 for 2. It says 0 for 1 on the afternoon, excuse me. They picked up the first down before third. Back to pass, time, throws, incomplete. He had time, but he couldn't find the receiver he wanted to go to, could Edwards. And by the time he finally located someone, there was some pressure in his face. I believe it was going to be Bethea once again with the pressure. And Edwards did not get the full step and arm into the throw, so the ball fluttered to the turf. And that will be time for Valdosta State to punt again. Botsford's first punt was good for 27 yards. As Valdosta State does not gain a yard on that series. Coach Harlan Jacobs' defense starting out very well today. This one a better kick. Oh my goodness, that's a better kick. High spiral, turns over, hits on the nose at the 5-yard line, makes a turn toward the center of the field, and will be downed at the 1-yard line. My goodness, what a punt. So that was about a 60-yard punt. And depending on where they officially spot it, looks like they're going to mark it at the 3. But Shorter will be starting deep on their end of the field now. Still no score. 9 minutes even remaining in the game.
Shorter starts first.
Glad to have you along with us this afternoon. Hawks, first game in 2 weeks. They've only played 2 games this season. Defeated Mississippi College 29-5 to open the year on a Wednesday night. had the next game canceled by the opponent who was supposed to come, Weber International. Then went down to Warner University for a win, 47-25. Then had last week's game canceled. 1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. Handoff to McCrary, left side. He's got nowhere to go, not opening up any holes on that side. Valdosta State's defense has been very stiff up front.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 and 5.
And they've only given up 93 yards rushing per game. Shorter has been averaging 179, but only a pickup of a couple there. Handoff again. This time there's a hole on the right side, but it gets submarined or closed from the bottom as McCrary has his legs taken out from underneath him. As coming through for the stop, diving underneath is Caden Campoletti, the graduate student from Cleveland, Ohio, St. Ignatius. Another couple, maybe 3 yards picked up, so Shorter is looking at a 3rd and 5. The Hawks are 0 for 2 on 3rd downs today. Taking a little bit of time to get the play call in from Blake Robles. Not a bad idea. Slow it down a little bit. Hawks haven't picked up a 1st down today. The defense probably needs a moment to rest. As Cook, with Valdosta State showing blitz, he recognizes it, throws where the blitzer came from, and it's complete. 20-yard line to the 30, onto the 40-yard line, near the boundary on the near side, tripped up at the 40-yard line in Valdosta territory, and down to the turf goes Kobe Bates. They threw the hot route from whence the blitzer came. Bates got it. It was a 5-yard pass. He will truck it all the way down to the 40-yard line, and the Hawks have their first down of the game, and the first time they're in the plus end of the field. They'll get on the ball and try to go with a little tempo here, as they'll split 3 receivers to the left and 1 for the right. Bates on the reception. He had 45 yards coming in. He's just about doubled that here. Off of the RPO, Cook really has nowhere to go with the football, and so he will kind of sneak toward the line of scrimmage around the left end and will not be able to go any further. Ja'Cory Wright will lose his helmet. He will have to go out. That should put Caden Dodson in to replace him for at least the one play. No gain on the play, as Cook just found his way back to the line. 55 yards officially on the reception. So, yeah, he passed his total. Bates did with 1 catch. Play action pass off 2nd and 10. Here comes pressure going down. That Valdosta State line is getting in there in a hurry. That'll be the 3rd sack of the game. There is a late flag coming in from the far side of the field from the linesman. And we'll see. You fear that might be a holding call if you're a Shorter fan. Skylar Niblett, freshman from Gainesville, will check in. He will come in for Colin Jackson at the tight end position, and will wait on Charles Olson and crew to determine what this offense will be. 6:36 to go in the first, still no score. The microphone didn't work very well, but it was an unsportsmanlike conduct called against Colin Jackson. We saw Jackson come to the sideline, and Shorter will back up 15 yards. And that puts it all the way back. They'll spot it from the sack, so it was after the play. So it puts the football back all the way to the Shorter 46-yard line. The line to gain would be the Valdosta State 27. So Shorter with 3rd down and 29 to go here. Wide receivers split 2 to a side. 1 back in the backfield to the right of Cook. Clock winds, 6:33 to go in the first quarter. Handoff into the middle. That's going to be McCrary. Left side has some blocking. Gets across the 50, coming up the hashes on the far side of the field. He will get ahead to the 46-yard line on Valdosta's side of the field. That's still going to leave it 4th down and almost 20 to go. 19 to be precise.
4th and 19. Valdosta State 46.
So Shorter will have to punt. What was a promising drive will kind of flitter out there at the end. And we get our look at Wyatt Walters, who has a couple of punts today, averaging 36 yards. Two-man shell protecting him and two gunners to the right and one to the left. The ball off the left hash. Long snap by Jackson Moore. The kick is away. A spiral. It almost looks like a pass. It's dropping down at the 5. Shorter trying to get turned around and knock it down at the goal line. Could not do it. Shorter had a cover man down there. It was 3 or 5. Couldn't catch those 5. That should be Jalen Marshall, who was trying to get down there. He ended up in the end zone and tried to tap the ball back. But the ball got just across the goal line, and that's enough for the touchback. Beauty of a punt, though. It looked like a pass. It just kind of started up, turned over, came back down on its nose, but just didn't cooperate for the Hawks. Valdosta State with the football for the third time. 5:38 to go in the first quarter in a non-conference game for the Blazers against Shorter. Edwards, now two backs in the backfield, stacked to his left. That's actually an H-back on the line. My angle's just kind of wonky. That's an H-back just off the line of scrimmage. Play action pass. Pass is thrown, almost intercepted by the Hawks. Going on the quick little slant route or quick skinny post on the near side. Shorter dropped the route, but just could not make the interception. That was Tobias Lewis on the near side. He was working against Valdosta State's right. That was not on the 2 deep either. Let me add that one in. Almost beat him to the ball, did Lewis. So now second down, 10 to go. Valdosta State from its own 20. 3 receivers to the right, twirling around in the backfield, rolling to his right. Edwards has a man wide open on the deep corner route at the 40-yard line, down the boundary, across the 50, and into positive territory around the 47-yard line, maybe the 46. Heck, they'll move it ahead to the 45. I'm not one to argue. So the catch and run found just this little soft spot in the zone on the corner route, or soft drag across the middle, and it goes for big yardage and a first down. 35 yards on the catch by Valdosta State, and they're in Shorter territory. That was Milasevich with the reception. 2 receivers into the boundary. Now Edwards on the out and up. He's going to throw deep. Man is beaten, but the ball hangs up in the air, reaching up and making the grab. Yes, the catch is made at the 7-yard line. That is right. He had gotten behind Lewis on the near side, running down the boundary. The ball held up in the air just a little bit, allowed Lewis to regain his phase, I guess you would say, but the 6'2" right jumped up, grabbed the ball, came down on his back, and made the completion. 37 yards on the catch, and now Valdosta State, first and goal to go inside the Shorter 10. Handoff left side, nothing doing there. Stacked up at the 10. That play will lose about 3 yards. As Bethea and company leading the tackle. Maddox Jackson not far away either. So that's going to lose yardage. They're going to put the ball back at the 11.
A loss of 3.
So 3.5 on the loss, and Valdosta State still, though, in good position. Second and goal to go from the 11. Tight end and a receiver on the left side. Excuse me. Now the H-back, Harrison Hamsley, will shift to the right. Hand off into the middle of the line. That's Cheney. Hit and bounced to the right, and then he gets wrapped up and put down as Hugh Barbie finished him off. He'll get a couple of yards there. So now third down and goal to go from the 9-yard line. Blazers will substitute a couple of players. Ajero comes in along with Milasevich. So third down and goal to go. 0 for 2 on third downs are the Blazers today. 3 receivers to the right. That's the wide side of the field with the ball on the left hash. 1 lone receiver to the left side. Edwards back to pass. Looks, throws the fade. Far corner of the end zone. Has a man behind the coverage. Caught. Touchdown Valdosta State. Blazers go up 6-0. 9-yard touchdown pass from Edwards. And the Blazers go on top. And the jersey number is wrinkled up. I can't quite tell. Looks like it's going to be Ajero, Tyler Ajero with the touchdown. And for him, that'll be his first TD of the season. And the Blazers go up 6-0. Now the PAT, Reed Brass, the long snapper. Noah Botsford, the punter, will hold. And Austin McKay will come in for the point after try. Spawn is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And Valdosta State on a 6-play, 80-yard drive now leads Shorter 7-0. 2:56 to go in the first. We'll take a break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Welcome back. Well, that was worse than I thought. Welcome back, everybody. Valdosta State leads Shorter 7-0. 2:56 to go. I apologize for the voice, folks. It's the best I can do. Botsford getting set to kick off. Or, excuse me, Edens. That's 43, not 42. He will kick off from the 35-yard line. Shorter has 2 returners deep. This kick high. This is going to be short. Returned by Shorter from the 5-yard line to the center of the field across the 10, the 15, slipping past a man, stumbling, regaining footing, and then ahead to the 25-yard line goes Shorter's return man. That's T.J. Holmes with the return, I believe. And
TJ Holmes.
yep. And then Shorter will now have it 1st and 10 from around their own 25-yard line. Hawks came into the day averaging 38 points a game. Valdosta State, though, is only giving up 6 per game. And the Blazers haven't given up a point. With last week's cancellation, the Blazers haven't given up a point in 3 weeks. Shorter with 3 receivers into the boundary. The ball is in the center of the field. Struck the center. Will squat there. Cook with 1 back to his left. And a tight end on the left side as well. Handoff into the center of the line. A little bit of a crease develops. And forward for about 3 yards. Charles Aaliyah in the game now for the Hawks. And Sykes in on the tackle for Valdosta State. They'll give him 3. It's a 2nd and 7 for Shorter. 2:17 to go. And Valdosta State up 7-0. 2 receivers left. An H-back and a receiver on the right. Leah and backfield. Looking deep, left side, has a man looking back into the sun, battling for the football, incomplete near the 50-yard line. Cook wants an interference call. But even the fans, or all the officials and the fans, don't necessarily agree.
Let's go, Hawks!
It's an out route to the 50-yard line. Receiver was open for a moment, but again, like on the big throw Valdosta had to right, there was time for the defender to catch up while the ball was in the air. Two receivers left, 2 to the right. Shorter looking at a 3rd down, 10 to go. 3rd down, 7 to go. The line of gain is the 35-yard line. Cook throwing deep near side, intercepted at the 50-yard line and out of bounds immediately. Valdosta State's Larry Elder, the graduate student out of Richmond, Fort Union Academy, comes across the field, makes the interception. It's going to be put down at the 47-yard line on Valdosta State's side of the field. It's just a takeoff route. Shorter was trying to go deep. Receiver had gotten behind the cover man at the line of scrimmage, but Elder came across the top and got the interception. For Cook, that'll be his first interception of the year. And now we'll swap sides of the field. They'll move the football up to the 49-yard line. Thought originally they might have spotted it at the 47. So Valdosta State with 2 receivers to the left. Running back in the backfield, play action pass. Now looking to go deep. Instead, coming underneath to a degree and making the completion at the 35-yard line onto the boundary. Still on his feet across the 20. Still on his feet to the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Shorter lost a man in coverage. Then instead of going for the tackle, one of the Hawks came across, just tried to get the ball. Couldn't come up with it. And then the wide receiver for Valdosta State, and I didn't catch the number on the play live, just kept going on and on and on. It was a Jarrow again, 39 yards on the play, and a whole lot of it on his effort on the far sidelines. So now Valdosta State with another first down, this time at the shorter 12-yard line. Handoff into the middle, jumping over a man, cutting left, cutting right, and into the end zone goes Blake Hester. That's his 5th touchdown of the year, and Valdosta State has figured out what was stymieing them earlier. The Blazers up 13-0 now, and they make the Hawks turnover count big time. 1:17 to go in the first. Valdosta State up 13-0 after that 11-yard touchdown run by Hester, and now the extra point on the way. Brass the snapper, Boxford the holder. Spot is good after the good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is away and good. Austin McKay with the PAT. Valdosta State leads at 14-0. 1:17 to go in the first from Barron Stadium. Valdosta State 2 consecutive scores. We'll be back in a moment on Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
A 2-play, 51-yard drive has Valdosta State up 14-0 over Shorter. 1:17 to go in the first. Folks, I apologize for the voice. Kickoff is away. This one will go back into the end zone. About 7 yards deep.
Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
And Shorter will get the football again.
First and 10 at the 25.
I may just have to do a little bit more of a TV type call. Keep the verbiage as light as possible for the rest of the way. First and 10 for the Hawks. 2 receivers to the right. 2 tight ends to the left. Handoff to the middle of the line. Nothing happening there. Shorter's offensive line has not been able to do much against this Valdosta State defensive front. Jones, Robinson, Baugh, Hicks, they have really stacked it up in there. Dezeme not far behind.
Get off to Lanier McCrary. Brought down after a 2-yard gain, second and 8, 27.
So McCrary picks up a couple, and that's really been it. Shorter has not had much going on first downs today. So that puts them behind the chains early. Second down and 8 to go. Hawks from their own 27-yard line. Valdosta State with 3 safeties deep. Pass thrown across the middle. It's complete. That's Jackson. He'll be hit. Goes forward across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Just a quick hitter across the middle. The 3 safeties deep left some room in the middle of the field, and Shorter picks up the first down.
Monte Boyd. Again up to the 47-yard 20-yard gain, 1st and 10.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now, 2 of those receivers will shift tighter to the line of scrimmage. Valdosta State with 5, 6 on the line. Handoff to the left. It's going to get caught up. And will be a loss of a couple for McCrary that time. Valdosta State had clogged the middle of the line. Shorter didn't have a bad play call on trying to get to the outside edge. There was just too much traffic to get there. And that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. We played 1 quarter of college football in downtown Rome, Georgia, and Valdosta State leads Shorter 14-0. On to the second quarter after this break on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Back in Rome, Shorter facing a 2nd and 11. Cook back to pass, throws right side, has a man, incomplete at the 30-yard line. The fans want a flag, and this time I would be inclined to agree with them, and they'll get it. Shorter's wide receiver was running a takeoff on the far side of the field, just like the pass that was intercepted earlier. The defender this time got into the Shorter receiver who was going after the football, and for Shorter, that was going to be Kobe Bates again. We'll check to see who the pass interference call is on. Definitely contact across the way. It was a late flag coming in, and the referees are having some discourse about it.
Defense, number 32. 58 penalties on the previous five.
Jordan Billups, guilty of the interference call. Shorter will pick up the first down, and the Hawks will get the football in Valdosta territory. They'll start this portion of the drive from the 39-yard line. If you heard the Trucked Up commercial during the break, that's what I'm supposed to sound like. I apologize. 2 receivers stacked to either side for the Hawks. 3 down linemen for Valdosta. Cook with time. He's going to throw deep again. Far sideline, same play. This time the ball's going to float out of bounds. And a good job by Billups forcing the receiver out of bounds across the way as well. Marshall, the intended receiver that time. First quarter stats, Shorter has 75 receiving yards to Valdosta State's 126. And the Hawks have 16 rushing yards to Valdosta's 15. I've forgotten how to read the stat page. It's been so long since we've had a game. 2 receivers to either side this time. Handoff into the middle. McCrary had a good head of steam, but he was wrapped up from behind and taken down. Greg Hudgens from Washington, D.C. will make the tackle. Pick up of a couple there. Now it's 3rd down and 8 to go. All in all, Valdosta State has had 16 snaps for 141 yards. Shorter has had 20 for 93. Cook, 2 of 7 passing for an interception. Edwards, 5 of 10 passing for 126 yards and a touchdown. Cook, I forgot to mention, 75 yards passing. 3rd down and 8 here for Shorter, and the Hawks called timeout. The play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds when Coach Zach Morrison came down the sideline and decided to call timeout. So Shorter will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout also. 14-0. Valdosta on top early second quarter, but the Hawks have the ball and moving.
Parker Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
Looking back at I never know what it's going to sound like coming out of the break. Looking back at those numbers for the first quarter, and now a few plays since. Valdosta State, again, 16 plays, 141 yards. That's 8.8 yards per play, almost a first down every play. Shorter, 20 for 93, 4.65 per play. Hawks looking for a third down conversion here. They're 1 of 5 on the day. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Back in the backfield, Cook gets the snap, chest high. Looks, throws across the middle, has his man, it's complete to the 20-yard line, down on the hashes to the 10, down to the 9-yard line, maybe the 8. That's Marshall with the catch and run. He came deep across the middle. Cook found him with good protection from the offensive line, and Hawks are in business now. First down and goal to go. Inside the 10 at the 8. 29 yards on the reception. Valdosta State continues to run players on and off the field. It's like every first down is almost like a hockey line change. They'll move so many people in and off the gridiron. 2 receivers split right, 1 back in the backfield. That's Aaliyah. He's looking to the right, just looks to his left to take the handoff, and then is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Shorter got no movement up front that time. Might have even lost a little bit on that play. In fact, they will. Valdosta State, they just don't give an inch with that defensive line. Again, averaging 93 yards per game. Thus far, Shorter has 17 yards rushing. And Valdosta State will call timeout. They didn't like something in the alignment. Shorter folks were ready to go.
No penalty flag, timeout.
We'll take a quick timeout. Shorter football. Hawks are down 14, but driving on the Mountain Coast Network.
Shorter University is really a special place.
It's a great environment. You know, the teachers are really loving. You know, it's an environment where you know everybody.
I love the professors. Shorter is family. I think sharing our faith together connects us in a way that nothing else can.
You just develop such strong bonds here that you won't ever let go.
14-0. Valdosta State on top over Shorter. 12:48 to go in the second quarter. Hawks with the football and a second down and goal to go from their own 8.5-yard line, maybe the 9 now, after that slight loss on the handoff to Aaliyah. Ball is on the left hash. Hawks with Dearden with tight coverage on the left side. 2 receivers on the right. Now receiver motions to the left, bringing heat. Cook's got to get rid of it in a hurry. He'll step up into the pocket. He's got nowhere to go. Valdosta State brought a linebacker through. He actually got picked up, but there was enough pressure coming the rest of the way that Harold Cook, just had nowhere to go with the football. Jamari Jones will lose his helmet, so he'll have to go out for a snap. And now Shorter with the loss back to the 15-yard line. Third down and goal to go.
A 6-yard loss, third and goal at the 15.
Elder and the aforementioned Jones credited with the sack. As the gray wall of the Shorter offensive line, the Hawks are in gray on gray today. Just got pushed back. Valdosta is bringing heat every time. They're huge up front. Jones is 290. Baugh is 290. Robinson is 265. Hicks is 265. Now, here on 3rd down and 15, handoff left side. Gets across the 15. Excuse me, that was McCrary back in. He got across the 15 down to the 14, but that's it. So it's going to be a field goal opportunity now for the Hawks. Jackson Moore, the long snapper. Wyatt Walters is the holder. And then Tyler Simpson with the field goal try. The ball is spotted at the 21-yard line on the near hash. So a 31-yard kick. He's hit from 50 this year. This one is away. It's a knuckleball, but it's through. And the Hawks are on the scoreboard. 31-yard field goal by Tyler Simpson, who's now 6 for 6 on the year. And Shorter has cut it 14-3. 11-17 to go in the second. And that is 10 plays for 61 yards. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Valdosta State on top of Shorter. For what it's worth, all the scoring has been at the left end of the field. Simpson to kick off. He had 6 touchbacks last week. The last time Shorter played, I should say. This one, though, is driven along the ground. Picked up by Valdosta State, returned across the 30. Big head of steam. Nobody touches the return man. That's Alfonso Franklin. He'll get all the way to the 35-yard line before anybody really even touches him. He'll go down there. Averages 23 per return. He took that one from roughly the 5 up to the 37. So Shorter will go back on defense with Valdosta State leading 14-3 with the Hawks on the board. Blazers going left to right now. The ball on the near hash. They're 4-0 on the year. 1-0 in the Gulf South Conference. Tremaine Jackson, his 3rd year as their head coach. 5th overall. Two receivers left. Handoff into the middle of the line. Hole opens, and the running back plows ahead across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And for Valdosta State, that is Franklin with the carry.
Brought down by DJ Walker. 2nd and
5. 5 yards on the carry. Pass thrown, tipped across the middle. Shorter got a hand on it. I believe that was Henry that got a paw up in the air and knocked the ball down. So now 3rd down and 5 to go. Correct the scorebook here. Franklin in the game at running back. They're so deep are the Blazers. Coming in, it looked like 20 different people or 10 different people that had at least 20 touches coming into the game this season. 3rd down and 5 for Valdosta. Edwards gets the snap, has some pressure, throws short, has his man complete across the middle, running toward the far boundary. He'll get the 1st down and more. Ahead to the 45-yard line. A late flag comes in, and it may be a face mask call against the Hawks. Edwards dropped back, looked downfield. He had a check down coming across, made the catch, got the 1st down and more, and right at the end of the tackle at the 45-yard line on Shorter's side of the field, a flag came in. That just almost always means face mask against the defense.
Personal down. Personal tackle, defense number 4. penalties added to the end of the run. First down.
So DJ Walker, who got in on the stop, will be guilty of the
First and 10,
face mask flag.
30.
As the breeze has picked up here a little bit of Barron Stadium. First down and 10 for Valdosta State. I mentioned the breeze because it has wafted the smell of the grills and the hamburgers downstairs. Now I'm getting a little hungry. Two receivers right, two to the left. Off the left hash. Swings it out to the left side. Edwards does. Has Franklin in the backfield. He will go to the boundary, gets bumped, and goes out of bounds there. Jackson there with the stop for the Hawks. Second down. 8 to go for Valdosta State. Again, they're driving left to right. Sun directly overhead as we're approaching the 1 o'clock hour here on the eastern seaboard. Handoff, Franklin, right side, hit, tries to spin out of it, hit again, gang tackle. They'll give him forward progress to the 28-yard line. He was driven back to the 31. Nevertheless, it's going to be third down and 8 to go for Valdosta State. 2 for 4 on third downs this afternoon. Valdosta State brought a nice crowd with them today, and they're cheering their offense on across the way. Two receivers stacked to the right. The ball is on the right hash. Two receivers are spread out to the left on the wide side of the field. Shorter has 4 defensive backs lined up across the 20. Movement up front. No flag flies. Edwards scrambling to his right. Finds a man open underneath. It's Franklin. He hits the O button, does the spin move with nobody around him. Gets turned upfield. Comes to the near boundary. Goes out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Taken out there by Walker. But all the referees wearing blue and white today wanted the false start call against Valdosta State, but they won't get it. 8:36 to go in the first half. 14-3. There you go. You hear one of the referees in the crowd. 14-3, Valdosta State up, but looking for more. First down and goal to go from the shorter 5. Hawks stack the defense in. Handoff. Starts in the middle. Breaks it outside. Open path toward the end zone. Touchdown. One cut back inside a defender. And Franklin will get into the end zone. And Valdosta State adds to the lead. It is now 20-3. After that 5-yard touchdown run by Franklin. 8:15 to go in the second quarter. And Valdosta State stretching it out. And Pate Hogan, the third-team quarterback, is the holder. Snap is back, spot is down, kick is up, kick is good. 21-3, Valdosta State over shorter, 8:15 to go in the first half here at Barron Stadium in Rome. Glad to have you with us. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
That was a 7-play, 63-yard drive for Valdosta State. I'm going to change my approach to the sore throat or the laryngitis or whatever I had. It's not that I'm sick. I'm auditioning to be Will Arnett's stunt double, and I'm trying to sound like it. Maybe I can get a candy commercial or something. Or the next Lego Batman movie. 8:15 to go in the second. Valdosta State up 21-3. Ready to kick off. high end-over-end kick. It's going to settle into the wind, be taken to the goal line by Shorter. Holmes returns it to the 20, gets upended there. Valdosta State on cover. Had Caden Campaletti, one of the starting defenders.
Brought down by Javon Jackson.
Or one of the defensive two-deep players, I should say. In on the tackle. That was Edens who kicked off.
23.
Shorter gets the football back, trying to cut into the lead again. Hawks already at the football. Valdosta State now breaking their huddle across the way. 8:09 to go in the first quarter. Cook with two receivers and an H-back to his right. Hands off to the left side. Trying to get outside. Aaliyah won't be able to do it. Literally grabbed by the jersey and taken down by Valdosta State. For the Blazers, that was Willis with the stop. Had a sack coming into today. Now he's got a tackle for a loss for a yard. Shorter just not getting anything done on first down in the game today. Two receivers to the right, one into the boundary to the left side. The ball is on the left hash. And back in the backfield to the right of Cook. Cook rifles one. It's a slant route complete. It's good for 4 yards. That's going to leave Shorter with a third down and about 7 to go. This pass was caught by Marshall. That's good for 4 up to the 26-yard line. Brown with a stop for Valdosta State.
3rd and 7 at 26.
McCraney out. Mosteller goes in. He, Bates, and Marshall will be wide to the right. One receiver to the left side. Valdosta with tight coverage on the outside receivers. Now Shorter will motion and shift on the right side. Cook's going deep. He's got a man. Look for Mosteller. Too far at the 40-yard line on Valdosta's side of the field. Ran the deep post route. Mosteller was just one step behind it. He laid out, tried to catch the ball, but was just one step behind it as Cook gunned that one pretty well down the center of the field also. And 4th down upcoming for the Hawks as they go 3 and out after Valdosta score. Took us a while to get things going today. Both teams were stymieing on their first 2 or 3 offensive possessions. Then Valdosta State got a touchdown, then picked off a shorter pass and got another. And then scored on their previous drive. Walters into punt. Under pressure, he'll get this one away. It's a wobbly kick. It wants to spiral but can't. It's going to hit at the 36-yard line on Valdosta's side of the field. Comes backwards into the boundary and rolls out of bounds at the 42-yard line. One of the shorter defenders actually jumped over the ball, even though it was retreating toward him.
Winners, Emma Dillard, Jaden Cheek, Sophia Palmer, and Wyatt Erie. Wyatt Erie, Sophia Palmer, Jaden Cheek, and Emma Dillard. The first quarter T-shirt winner.
21-3, Valdosta State on top of Shorter.
Billy Earl. If you heard your name called, please go down to the fence.
6:34 remaining in the first half. Valdosta State with the football. Blazers have opened it up just a little bit. 23 snaps for 189 yards. Shorter, 27 snaps for 119. Hawks are starting to catch up, but still big deficit on the scoreboard. 1st and 10 handoff into the middle of the line, carrying tacklers with him across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That's Cheney back in the game. He'll carry a couple of Hawks with him. He'll pick up 4 yards on that 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Line to gain would be the shorter 48. That's Valdosta State moving left to right here. Sun still fairly straight up overhead, although some of the shadows are starting to point toward the east a little bit. 3 receivers to the left. Now the tight end will motion back into the backfield with a running back to the left as flags fly. And there's the procedure call, or illegal shift call, or false start call, whichever one you want, that the Hawk fans wanted a few minutes ago. We'll wait to hear what referee Charles Olson has to say, see if we can pick him up with our crowd mic. It will be against Valdosta State on the offensive line. Same formation, 3 receivers to the left with the tight end Hamsley. He shifted back into the backfield last time. He will do likewise this time. Shorter 4-down lineman, 2 backers and a safety in the box. Edwards back to pass, throws short near side, has it complete at the 50-yard line, trying to get out of bounds or to the boundary and get outside. It didn't work. That was Rodney Bullard with the catch. He was tackled by Trey Thomas, a pair of number 1s working against each other.
A gain of 10, 3rd and 1.
And then DJ Walker not far behind. Seems like we haven't called Trent McCord's name very much today. And that may be by design by Valdosta State, or it might just be I missed it. 3rd down and 1. Handoff into the middle. Hit, and driven back. No, sir. Not going to get the first down there. It was for Shorter. Devon Lane, who hit Cheney first. Now, there was a late push, but I think they'd already blown the whistle and spotted it. And one of the Hawks lost a helmet under the pile. That's Bethea. His helmet will come off.
4th and 1.
4th and 1 for Valdosta State. 4:46 to go in the first half. Bethea has to come out. That should put KB Bonds in his stead. You hear the Shorter fans trying to rally the defense on this 4th and 1. Edwards with a back to his right and an H-back in front of him and a tight end on the right as well. Tight formation, Shorter crowding line, handoff left side, hit, submarining, and pushing forward. First down, Valdosta State. They needed 1. They got 3 on the left side, following in behind Morrow and Robinson. That's 500 pounds plus. Actually, 600 pounds plus of blocking on the left side. So the 3-yard gain gets Valdosta State a new set of downs to work with from the Shorter 46-yard line. 4:05 and counting to go in the first half. Hawks digging in, 6 in the box. Valdosta State will now vacate the backfield with a running back. He'll get the swing pass off first down and 10. Has blocking, gets through a seam across the 40 down the 35. Between the numbers and the boundary, he will go down at the 25-yard line. Hester with the reception. He had 3 for 13 yards coming in. This one's going to go for 21 yards, though, before Maddox Jackson can get him on the turf. And Valdosta State picks up the first down. The Shorter defense starting to look a little tired out there. They've been out there for most of this first half. 2 receivers stacked to either side. As Edwards gets the shotgun snap, face mask high, pats the ball, throws, has a man wide open, 2-yard line, goes up, sails up to get it, comes down on his backside at the 1. That's Bullard with the grab. He was wide open in front of the goalpost, just 2 yards out. Caught it at the 2, fell at the 1. And now Valdosta State is with a first down and goal to go as Shorter shuffles in the entire defensive line. It looks like they will swap out the entire defensive line. 1 receiver split to the left, otherwise it's a tight formation. Edwards off the option, is going to keep it, starts right, cuts inside a Hawk. Really eluded Jackson. I thought I saw a flag fly in the backfield. I could have been wrong, in the defensive backfield, that is. But Edwards started right, slammed on the brakes, and Jackson just blew right by him. Oh, there it is. Well, Charles Olson tells us that I was not mistaken. Actually, I did see a flag fly. Unfortunately, for the Hawk fans, it goes against Shorter. They ended up with 12 on the field in that substitution. And now the point after try. So, and now the officials blow the whistle again. Shorter, did the Hawks still have 1 more on the field? Now they're substituting. Hawks will get DJ Walker off the field. And he'll go to the training staff. Now the point after try. With Brass snapping, Hogan holding, and the kick up and good by McKay. Valdosta State leads at 28-3. 2:45 to go in the first half from Barron Stadium. Blazers up by 25. Shorter football continues in a moment on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Seven plays, 58 yards. The scoring drive for Valdosta State. 2:45 remaining in the first half here in Rome, Georgia. Shorter will send TJ Holmes deep. He will go back to near the 5-yard line.
Ethan Edmonds will kick off for Valdosta State.
Edmonds kickoff so far today. 2 have been touchbacks, 2 have been returned. He will tee it up from just inside the hash on the left side of the field at the Valdosta 35-yard line.
Vandenberg and TJ Holmes back to receive.
Kick his way, another high end over end kick. It just kind of dies in the breeze we have now, which was now the ball was being kicked into the wind. Holmes on the return. He gets to the boundary at the 20-yard line, breaks it free to the near side, and will be caught and taken down at the 25. Caught the ball near the 5, or inside the 5, I should say. The breeze has kicked up a little bit and is into the face of Edmonds as he was kicking. So the ball almost came straight down practically into Holmes' hands. He returned it to the right, got to the boundary, looked like he was breaking a tackle at the 20, and he did. Came back toward the center of the field and got tackled near the hashes at the 25. The nose of the football is actually touching the 26, so Shorter now will have a first down and 10 and 2:36 remaining, along with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout mandated in college football this year. Cook gets the snap, looks across the middle, has his man. That's Thomas, caught near the first down marker. He caught it at the 25, fell forward to 35, fell forward to the 36, and the refs will say that is a catch. First catch of the day for the Shorter wide receiver, Trayvon Durden, who led the team with 9 catches for 188 yards coming in. First and 10 near the 37-yard line now. Shorter with the ball between the hashes. Cook gets the snap, number high, looks, throws, across the middle, has his man. Is it caught? Waiting on the mark? Yes, it is. It's Durden again on the slant route. He'll make the grab. That's good for 8 yards. And
this is the 2-minute timeout.
We have reached the 2-minute timeout. Can't call it 2-minute warning. That's an NFL term. 2-minute timeout here at Barron Stadium. Hawks with the football and moving, but down 28-3. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Second down and a couple to go for Shorter. Two receivers to the right, and H-back there as well. From the 45-yard line, Hawks hand off the ball left side, blocking out in front. That's going to be McCrary. He's got the first down. He needed 2, got 3, and it's the first down for Shorter. Ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line. Hawks get on the ball quickly. Strunk there looking around, make sure everybody's set. Valdosta State crowding the box. Looks like a bear front. They've got 3 linemen. Looks like they're from guard to center to guard. Bringing a linebacker, also picked up nicely. Pass is thrown. It's away, but it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 30-yard line. 2 flags fly. Returned by Valdosta State to the near sideline. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Another flag flies on a blindside hit call that will likely go against Valdosta State, as Strunk got pelted from the, he got ear-rolled basically. I believe there's going to be a defensive holding call that goes against Valdosta State as well. So that interception, I think it was Ricky Ransom who got the interception, will likely be negated. And Shorter has a player down back at the 35. All kinds of wrong happened on that play. Valdosta State had 5 on the line. And again, it looked like the 2 guards in the center were covered, which makes it a bear front. And it's Cook who is down. It is Cook who is down, I believe. There was a linebacker who was coming through, was picked up.
There's no foul for a blindside block during the return. There's pass interference on the defense, number 20. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. On that first down.
So they did not call the blindside block that every Shorter blue-clad referee in the stands saw. But they did call the pass interference, which allowed the interception to happen because the Shorter runner was impeded. Cook, however, had to be helped off the field. Well, he jogged off the field, but he had to be visited by the trainers after being hit. And he will go to the training tent. And now Josh Brown, who's had a little bit of action late in the 2 Shorter wins so far this season. As Shorter getting set. Well, I was watching the coaches on the sideline now. They say, all right, let's go. Play clock is at 17 as Brown is in for his first snap of the game. 3 down linemen and backers creeping up. Handoff goes into the middle for McCrary. He'll get bottled up there. No good, nothing on first down. He expected a nice conservative call with Josh Brown coming in and not being quite ready to go. Does have a touchdown pass late in the game against Warner a couple of weeks ago. Shorter with 1:12 go and counting. Brown back, throws far side, too high, sailed it over the head of Durden. But he was covered pretty well by Valdosta's Theron Stoops. And now Shorter looking at a 3rd down and 10. And Cook back into the game. He was on his knees with his head on the ground when the trainers were looking at him on the field. Makes you wonder if maybe he had the breath knocked out of him. Again, there was a blitzing linebacker that was picked up, but Cook was still hit at the end of the play. And, of course, I had to stop and follow the ball, so I don't know exactly the extent of that. 2 receivers tied in on either side. Cook back to pass, has time, throws, has his man. Oh, it's close to the first down, but short. A diving catch coming back for the ball from Marshall on the far side of the field. It's going to be about 1.5 yards short, I believe. Cook, yep. It's going to be a completion of 9 yards, and Shorter's going to call timeout. Cook for Shorter threw the ball. I wonder if maybe he was hit as he threw the ball because it did kind of flutter away from him and did not. It was a dying quail to try to get to, and Marshall had to come back to get the ball. Having to come back and get it is what allowed him to lose the first down yardage.
Please reset the game clock to 53 seconds. 5-3.
You hear Charles Olson ask the game clock operator to reset the clock to 53 seconds, and he obliges. It's 28-3. Valdosta State leading Shorter. 53 seconds remaining in the half. We'll recap this one as best we can at halftime. Honestly, probably going to rest my voice as much as I can and grind through the second half. So the Hawks back out on the field. Marshall goes wide left. Dearden and Mosteller. Mosteller goes, wait a minute, let's try take 2 on that. Marshall goes wide right. Dearden and Mosteller are wide left. One back in the backfield in a pistol formation. Cook the quarterback. Now he will send Marshall Actually, he will send McCrary out, and Cook's going to roll right. He's got it look like a design quarterback run, and he took off and got the first down. So Harold Cook will pick up the first down. He goes across the 25 on the boundary of the far side. Gets it down to the 24-yard line. So he sends McCrary in motion as if he's going to go out on a flare or a wheel route. And then basically what happened is Cook rolled out and followed him down the field. Stops the clock, going out of bounds, 48 seconds remaining. Hawks desperately need to get the touchdown here because Valdosta State will get the football back to start the second half. Fade route thrown right side on first down and goal to go. First down and 10 to go. One-handed pass catch attempt by Marshall near the goal line. I tried to get all of those words out at one time. Marshall got around the defender on him. That's the field corner, Rance Connor. And he tried to get it. He got around him, got a hand on the ball, but couldn't pull it in.
Correction by Rance Connor.
So Shorter with a long look at the sidelines. Clock stops on an incompleted pass inside of 2 minutes. Two receivers still to the right. That's into the boundary. Also two receivers wide to the left side. Durden is the widest to the left. Marshall the widest to the right. Pressure coming. Cook escapes it. He's going to scramble forward. He's going to be hit a couple of times. He's going to go down. He will lose yardage all the way back to the 32-yard line. Cook got past the first man, but the second and third caught up with him. That's going to be third down now. And about 18 to go. And Shorter will call a timeout here. Just let everybody take a rest and regroup. We'll take a quick timeout also. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
So that's Shorter's final timeout of the first half. For what it's worth, Valdosta State has 2 remaining. Ball is on the right hash, or just inside it. 3 receivers split to the left for Shorter. It's third down now, and 18 to go. The line to gain is the Valdosta State 14-yard line. McCrary shifts from right to left. Cook gets the snap, fires the slant. It is complete. Durden across the way, or Marshall across the way. He comes in, makes the grab. Now Shorter's going to try to hustle the field goal team onto the field. It'll be fourth down and 7 to go. Still after that completion, which was good for about 10 yards. And now with the play clock down to 11, down to 12. Game clock, I should say. Valdosta State has called timeout.
Valdosta State, second charge timeout of the half.
So Valdosta State will call timeout to give Shorter a chance to regroup. Make sure everything is all squared up on both sides of the ball. The Hawks get a break there. As the game clock, I think I misspoke and said play clock. The game clock was down to 10 seconds. Simpson and the entire PAT field goal group had sprinted out onto the field and were getting lined up when Valdosta State called timeout with 10 seconds remaining. Now we will reset, and Jackson Moore, the senior out of Chickamauga, will be the snapper. Wyatt Walters, the holder, and Tyler Simpson, who is 6 for 6 on the season, in for the field goal try. The ball will be spotted at the 27-yard line, so the 37-yard attempt from the right hash. Simpson, a sophomore out of Cumming, Georgia. Snap is down. Spot is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So the Hawks do get back on the board, 28-6. The deficit, though, as Valdosta State continues to lead Shorter. 7 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll take a quick break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Valdosta State.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Well, that was an 11-play, 54-yard drive that ended with a 37-yard field goal by Tyler Simpson, his second field goal of the day. And now it is 28-6. Shorter, trailing Valdosta State. 7 seconds remaining in the half. Simpson's kickoff high with the wind behind it. It will land in the end zone. And Valdosta State will get one snap, presumably to end the half. Everything got kind of quiet. The Hawks actually have snapped the ball more times than Valdosta has.
Kicking team number 19. Like a penalty added to the end of the play. First down.
And you hear the explanation by Charles Olson. I totally missed the flag, even though there were a couple of them out on the field. I was watching the football and the clock. Valdosta State will send 3 receivers wide to the right. That will be Wright, Bullard, and Milasevich. If you wanted to go Big Ben, that would be 3 good ones to go to. Shorter backpedaling 1 safety. The handoff will go into the middle of the line, breaking a couple of tackles now across the 40. Across midfield, still with blocking. Cutting back toward the numbers across the 40 on the shorter side of the field, and finally tackled and taken down near the 35-yard line. 2 helmets came off during the play. Now there's a flag at the end. Milasevich retrieves his helmet. For Shorter, looks like it's going to be Bethea whose helmet comes off again. I can see a 9. I can't see both 9s. And we'll see what this flag is. I'm assuming a personal foul here. It's been chippy on kickoff coverage. There have been a couple of players, 1 each for Valdosta and Shorter, who have gone at it hot and heavy on the sidelines, throwing each other down, pinning each other, that kind of stuff. Both teams are headed to the locker room. But we'll wait and see what the GSC crew comes up with. Here's Charles Olson.
Play is over. Personal foul. Grasping the face mask. Number 11 of the defense. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the opening kickoff of the second half. This is the end of the second quarter.
And you heard Charles Olson say that Shorter's Trent McCord guilty of the personal foul. And that will do it, as the penalty will be assessed on the opening kickoff. So 28-6 is where we stand at halftime. We're going to take a break here, come back, recap the stats, give you some scores. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services, including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business, and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today, 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
If you'd like to advertise on the World Wide Web, consider being a sponsor for Shorter Football on MountainCoastNetwork.com. MCN offers website, live audio streams, and social media commercials while supporting Shorter Hawks football. MCN hosts hundreds of listeners each weekend, and because we are on the web, we can promote your business no matter where it's located. For more information, email us at MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. That's MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. Help us promote Shorter Hawks football, and go Hawks!
Shorter University is really a special place.
It's a great environment. The teachers are really loving. It's an environment where you know everybody.
I love the professors. Shorter is family. I think sharing our faith together connects us in a way that nothing else can.
You just develop such strong bonds here that you won't ever let go.
Stadium in Rome. Excuse me. The Shorter Hawks trail the Valdosta State Blazers, the number 3 team in Division II, 28-6 at halftime. In the background, you hear the music of the Shorter Marching Hawks under the direction of Dr. Lauren Denny Wright. Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Georgia Northwestern Technical College. GNTC teaches you how. Get trained, get hired. Visit them online at gntc.edu. Well, let's look at the team stats first. Valdosta outgaining Shorter in first downs, 12-7. Valdosta has rushed the ball 14 times for 72 yards. Shorter has rushed the ball 21 times for 10 yards. Remember, sacks come off of that, and there were about 4 sacks in the first half. So, rushing-wise, Valdosta State is averaging 5.1 yards per play, and Shorter is averaging 1.5 foot. Valdosta State has 11 receptions for 219 yards. Shorter has 8 for 148. Valdosta is averaging 19.9 yards per catch. Shorter's averaging 18.5. So not much of a discrepancy there. But again, the overall yardage is 219 to 148. Passing, Edwards 11 of 17 for 219 yards, a touchdown, and no interception. Shorter's two quarterbacks are a combined 8 of 16 with an interception for 148 yards and no touchdowns. So all in all, Valdosta 31 snaps for 291 yards, and Shorter 37 snaps for 158 yards. Actually, they just updated something. It's, 30. Valdosta State 30 snaps for 252 yards. I guess that last play didn't get checked in. Let's see, let me double check something here. Yeah, that last long run of about 30, 35 yards did not check in yet. And yeah, they've still got Hester has 2 carries for 12 yards. So that gets that settled. So now on the team side, it's right, 30 for 252 yards for Valdosta State. For Shorter, it's 37 snaps for 158 yards. Valdosta State's averaging 8.4 yards per play. Shorter's averaging 4.2. Otherwise, penalties, Valdosta State 3 for 35, Shorter 3 for 30. Remember, one's going to be assessed on the opening kickoff. Punting, Valdosta State 2 of 40, Shorter 4 for 37.5. Valdosta State's 3 of 6 on third down. Shorter is 2 of 10, and both teams are 1 for 1 on third down. Individually, let's start with Valdosta State. Edwards, 11 for 17 for 219 yards and a touchdown. Cook, 8 of 15 for 148 yards and an interception. Brown, 0 for 1 passing. Hester, rushing the ball, and that number still is not updated right. It should be 3 carries for around 50 yards at this point. Cheney, 2 for 13. Franklin, 3 for 10 and a touchdown. Edwards, 1 for 1 and a touchdown. I forgot to mention Hester's touchdown. Receiving, Valdosta State, Ajero, 2 catches for 48 yards and a score. Bullard, 3 for 45. Wright, 1 for 37. And Milasevich, 1 for 30. Franklin, 2 for 25. Hester, 1 catch for 21. And Smith, 1 for 13. For Shorter, McCrary, 10 carries for 25 yards. Aaliyah, 4 for 9. And Cook, 7 for 4. And he's lost 22 yards via sacks. Bates has 1 catch for 55 yards. Marshall, 4 for 54. Jackson, 1 for 20. And Durden, 2 for 19 yards for the Shorter Hawks. Let me kick around another page here, get a couple of defensive numbers for you, if I can find that. Shorter, defense. Okay. Jackson leads the Hawks with 4 tackles. Lane has 3. Thomas has 3. Walker has 3. Henry has 2. And Spurrier has a couple. For Valdosta State's defense, Capoletti has 5 tackles. Bremer has 4. Elder 4. And those are the leaders from Valdosta State. Just fewer than 11 minutes remaining in halftime. We'll take a break. We'll come back from some scores around the nation. Not a whole lot of action in the early window today. We'll come back. We'll check that out in just a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network. Hawks are down 28-6 at halftime to Valdosta.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business, and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
If you'd like to advertise on the World Wide Web, consider being a sponsor for Shorter Football on MountainCoastNetwork.com. MCN offers website, live audio streams, and social media commercials while supporting Shorter Hawks football. MCN hosts hundreds of listeners each weekend, and because we are on the web, we can promote your business no matter where it's located. For more information, email us at MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. That's MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. Help us promote Shorter Hawks football, and go Hawks!
Shorter University is really a special place.
It's a great environment. The teachers are really loving. It's an environment where you know everybody.
I love the professors. Shorter is family. I think sharing our faith together connects us in a way that nothing else can.
You just develop such strong bonds here that you won't ever let go.
Welcome back to Rome, Barron Stadium to be precise. You're listening to the Shorter Hawks halftime show. Shorter trails Valdosta State 28-6. It's time for a look at today's college football scoreboard presented by Automax. Let's do something a little different. Let's take a look at the opponent Shorter has coming up and whom they are playing today. First of all, let's see, coming through. Chawan will be Shorter's next opponent, and they are visiting Austin P today. West Florida is hosting Mississippi College. Virginia University Lynchburg is at Texas Southern. West Alabama is hosting Erskine. And then two future conference opponents for Shorter. Barton is at Carson Newman, and UNC Pembroke is at Wheeling. Well, that's who Shorter will be playing in the future. Otherwise, the window for the early games today, not all that exciting. Penn State is up over UCLA 14-3 in Happy Valley at halftime. Texas A&M all over Missouri. Number 25 Texas A&M leads number 9 Missouri 24-0 at the halftime in College Station. SMU on top of number 22 Louisville 24-13. That one with 17 seconds remaining in the second. In the 3:30 window, Iowa visits Ohio State. Auburn visits Georgia. Ole Miss travels to South Carolina. Number 23, Indiana visits Northwestern. At 4:15, Alabama visits Vanderbilt. And these are all just top 25 games, by the way. At 7 o'clock, number 15, Clemson visits Florida State. At 7 o'clock, Utah State visits number 21 Boise State. At 7:30, number 4 Tennessee visits Arkansas. At 7:30, number 10 Michigan travels to Washington in a non-rematch of last year's national championship game. Hardly anybody's left on either team, or coaching staff for that matter. At 7:30, number 11 USC travels to Minnesota. That game would be great if it were in late November. At 7:30, Baylor visits number 16 Iowa State. At 10:30, the site of game day, as one of the last 7 schools is checked off the game day hosting list, as Cal will host number 8 Miami at 10:30. Last night, Oregon had no problems with Michigan State, 31-10 victory over the Spartans, as Jonathan Smith, the former Oregon State head coach, now in Michigan State, traveled back to one of his old enemies' homes. And then Syracuse and UNLV, that was a wild one, back and forth, and finally Syracuse won that one in overtime, 44-41. Here it is with 3:28 remaining in halftime. It's 28-6. Valdosta leading Shorter, and the Blazers get the football coming out of the second half. We'll take one more break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services, including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business, and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today, 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
If you'd like to advertise on the World Wide Web, consider being a sponsor for Shorter Football on MountainCoastNetwork.com. MCN offers website, live audio streams, and social media commercials while supporting Shorter Hawks football. MCN hosts hundreds of listeners each weekend, and because we are on the web, we can promote your business no matter where it's located. For more information, email us at MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. That's MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. Help us promote Shorter Hawks football, and go Hawks!
Welcome back, everybody. Shorter trails Valdosta State 28-6 as we exit the halftime portion of the program here on the Mountain Coast Network and at Barron Stadium in Rome, Georgia. Glad to have you with us today. I do apologize for my voice. This is honestly the best I've sounded in a couple of days, if that tells you anything. So we'll get through it together. Thanks for being with us here as the Shorter Hawks getting to play only their third game of the season. They've had 2 games canceled by hurricanes, one nowhere near us and one that has devastated a good portion of the southeast. So the unsportsmanlike penalty is assessed on the kickoff. So Simpson will kick off from his own 20-yard line. He still pushes it down to the 5-yard line where Valdosta State will return it. That's Franklin. He will get across the 25 to the 30, hit and put down almost face plants at the 31-yard line. And then a late flag comes sailing in from the referee in the back of the play. We'll see what happens here. The shorter team so far has been more penalized than what we're typical, or what is typical of a shorter team, averaging some 63 yards per game. Typically that number's around 40 or so throughout the years of covering the Hawks. And the umpire's pointing back toward shorter. The official's still discussing it.
The return, illegal low block, kicking team number 13. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down.
That's, well, one fan put it politely, if that came through. The rare low block on the team trying to tackle the other team. I'm not saying it didn't happen. You just don't get that very often. Hanif Mawakil, guilty of that infraction. As we're approaching 2 o'clock hour, the temperature's up to 83 degrees. Humidity is 57%. The dew point is 66. Feels like 85. It's a warm, early October day. Quick pass thrown on 1st and 10. Edwards has his man at the 50-yard line, and he will turn around. Bullard will, and scoot forward up to the 43-yard line on shorter side of the field where Thomas will get him on the ground. Edwards. So we get everything reset here. 11 of 17 passing, 219 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The ball is on the right hash. Valdosta State driving left to right. Shorter with 6 defenders in the box. He will hand off. He will. That's Cheney. Hits a man, drives forward, pushes his way down to the 40-yard line. So a pickup of about 3 there. As Lane comes up in the middle to make the stop. Cheney delivered as much of the hit as he took, but now he will tap out. And that brings Hester back into the game. They got Hester's numbers corrected. That was a 34-yard run he had at the end of the half. So now he has 3 carries for 46 yards, and he's in the backfield now. 2nd down, 6 to go from the shorter 40-yard line. Hester the handoff left side. He'll sidestep a man in the backfield. Goes forward, stiff arms a man at the 35-yard line, and then falls on his back, but forward, if you can understand that. He got twisted around and then fell as down to the 33-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down as Shorter's Maddox Jackson hit the ground. He was the person who kind of got juked, if you will, in the backfield. Looks like he may have hurt his upper arm. He'll go to the training tent. And that sends Kobe Butts in at linebacker. 2 receivers to the left. Bullard will motion in from the right side. Hand off to Hester. He will find a crease in the middle of the line. I'm not sure how he found it, but then it closes behind him, and all the Hawks grab him and drag him backwards. He'll still get credit for a couple of yards on the carry, and that's going to leave Valdosta State with a 2nd down and 8 to go from the shorter 31-yard line. 28-6, Valdosta State leads it. 12:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. Just underway here on a beautiful afternoon. A few puffy clouds overhead, otherwise blue skies here in northwest Georgia. Hester the handoff left side. Again, he slips through, got his body turned, found a little seam, squeezed through it, and then Lane will come in and clean things up from behind along with Butts as he'll pick up another 4 yards. So it's 3rd down and a long 4 to go for the first down. The line to gain would be the shorter 23-yard line. defenders looking to the sideline to get the call. Valdosta State, the ball on the left hash. They're driving left to right. Black helmets, white jerseys, black pants. Edwards with time throws, finds a wheel route. That's Hester on the far side. He'll make the grab at the 15-yard line. Gets ushered out of bounds almost instantly across the way as Tobias Lewis was over there. And that's going to be a 12-yard reception and good for a Valdosta State first down. 1st and 10 from right atop the 15-yard line. Shorter's defense has been on the field for just about the entire game. It doesn't seem right because with that snap, Valdosta State just evened the number of snaps in the game to get caught up to Shorter at 37 each. Here's number 38. It's going to be a fade pass thrown right corner of the end zone. Good coverage by Trey Thomas. Bullard was backing toward the pylon in the right corner, jumped up trying to get the fade route thrown, and Thomas stayed in phase, and the ball might have actually hit him in the back of the helmet and bounded away. And therefore, they could not make the reception. So 2nd down and 10 to go from the Shorter 15-yard line. Thomas has kept Bullard more or less in check today. As here on 2nd down and 10, Hester takes the handoff again, slips a man in the backfield. The first man always misses when Hester carries the football. He'll pick up 3 yards. He gets put down by the Hawks in the backfield lane there again for Shorter. I mentioned Bullard being kind of quiet. Came in with 14 catches for 321 yards and 5 touchdowns. One of the top receivers in the conference. Today, though, he's held to 4 catches for 57 yards and no scores. Hester leaves the backfield. He'll be the widest receiver on the right side. 3 receivers there. Another fade route thrown. It's Bullard stretching back. Did he make the grab? Did he? No. They'll say he was out of bounds. He made the catch, but was out of bounds. It was actually a corner route. A corner route. He was the middle receiver, and he ran the corner route to the back pylon. A perfect throw by Edwards, other than it was just a little deep. The catch was made. Bullard thought he had to score. He thought he had his feet in. But the officials do not agree. And now Valdosta State will come in for the field goal try. McKay in. He's 4 of 6 on field goals for the year. This one's going to be spotted at the 19-yard line. So 29-yard attempt. The snap was a little slow. It was spotted, and the kick was wide left. So the Shorter defense will bend but not break on this opening series. And the Hawks will go back on offense. They'll get at the 20-yard line. So Shorter has a chance now, as they have stopped Valdosta for the first time since, I believe, the 2nd series of the game. It took Valdosta a little while to get going today. Both teams really. As Shorter was 3 and out on, I believe, 2 of the first 3 series. But now 10.5 minutes remaining. Valdosta State leads it 28-6, and Shorter gets the football for the first time.
Shorter takes over 1st and 10.
Cook in at quarterback. You remember he was injured late in the first half, but came back to finish that series and get another field goal on the board. Valdosta State with 3 down linemen and 2 backers in the box. They've been bringing pressure all day, and they will here. Handoff goes to the line of scrimmage, hit, spun around, and nowhere to go. Shorter first down runs have gotten almost nothing today, as Valdosta State has been firm up front. That time it was Davon Dezime coming through to force the pressure. And 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks. Long look to the sidelines to see what Blake Robles will call. 2 receivers to either side for Shorter, 1 back in the backfield. He stands to the left of Harold Cook, who looks right, gets the snap number high, throws, misses his man, and then impales the defender, who will not be able to catch the football. He was looking for Musteller on a slant. It got through. Jordan Billups found the football right between the 3 and the 2 on the front of his jersey. You could hear the impact through the crowd mic. And the ball will bounce to the turf. And now Shorter looking at 3rd down and 10 again. The Hawks are 2 for 10 on third downs in this game, as they'll take Mosteller out and put Colin Jackson back in. Jackson has 1 catch for 20 yards today, by the way. He'll be the H-back on the left side. 2 receivers on the left along with him. A flag flies as the ball is snapped, as Cook rolls to his left, throws a second flag flies, and then a third flag flies as Cook was pushed as he threw the football. He hit the turf. He is slow getting up. He is back on his feet now. I've got a feeling we may end up with an offsetting situation. Feels like there could be 2 holding calls and also a roughing the passer call. We'll see. Referee's coming over to talk to Coach Morrison, and we'll see what the crew will determine. 3 penalties for 35 yards on Valdosta today. 5 for 65 on Shorter.
Illegal formation on the offense. For the men in the backfield at the snap. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 96. First foul's all set. Replay the deck.
So on the motion, on the not enough men in the backfield, Cardrice Mobley was lined up as a receiver to the left. He dipped back and shifted in like he was going in motion and then turned toward the line of scrimmage and stopped there. It was a shift and not a motion. But that meant that Shorter did not have enough receivers on the line of scrimmage. So someone missed an assignment somewhere. But the roughing the passer call, and by the way, Cook stayed in. The trainers did not come look at him. The roughing the passer call will make it.
Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
What I was trying to say is the roughing the passer call will make it offsetting fouls. However, Valdosta State flinching at the line of scrimmage. Again, it was Dejuan Dezeme who was moving up toward the line of scrimmage and caused Strunk to flinch with the football, so Shorter will back up 5 yards. And now it's third down and 15. Hogs with 3 receivers to the left. Cook's telling them widen out, widen out, widen out. 2 receivers to the right now, motion into the backfield. Now there's 4 to the left side. Swing pass thrown to the receivers coming in motion. He catches it behind the line, runs forward, is caught, and then struggles to find his way to the 20-yard line. They'll pick up 5, get the penalty yardage back on the reception. He basically went in orbit motion, McCrary did, behind the quarterback. Then he gets a swing pass with 3 blockers out in front of him. He'll find his way for a 5-yard gain, and Shorter will have to punt.
Ethan Nation back to receive.
4 punts for 37.5-yard average today for Wyatt Walters. Nation is back at his own 40-yard line. Moore, the long snapper. Nice snap, number high, under pressure again. The kick is away. Wobbly spiral. It's a missile that gets down there in a hurry and will be fair caught by Nation at the 40-yard line. So Valdosta State will start over with good field position. Shorter now 6 penalties for 70 yards. And that punt 40 yards for McCrary. He's now at his average to 38 on 5 punts. 28-6, Valdosta State leading Shorter and about to get the football back with 8 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Looking ahead, Valdosta State will be at North Greenville, presuming they can play that game next week. North Greenville, of course, one of those areas hit by Hurricane Helene. And Shorter will be a little further up this coast at Chowan University in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. Handoff on 1st and 10. That's Cheney. He will get through the line of scrimmage, gets past a diving linebacker, and then gets hit at the 50-yard line and will be taken down there. As Gilmore will make the stop. 9 yards on that. What happens every time, it seems, a Valdosta running back will slip the line of scrimmage. Someone on that second level, whether it's a safety, whether it's a linebacker, will dive and miss, and then it's up to the safeties to make the tackle. Deep after the run. Cheney left side again. He will slip through a diving attempt by Maddox, who is back. Maddox Jackson, who's back in the game. After coming out with what looked like a banged up shoulder earlier, he goes diving in again, gets up a little slowly, but no gain on the play as he did get him tripped up. Actually, there's a gain of 1 now. It is 1st down and 10, So now Valdosta State with the ball on Shorter side of the field. an H-back and a running back in the backfield to the right of Edwards. Play fake, and he'll throw across the middle. Has a man dragging across, complete. Outruns his cover man. That's taken out of bounds by Lane across the way. That pass is going to be good for 29 yards. Giro again with the reception.
Taken out of bounds by Trenton.
Excuse me, Giro. And that's going to give Valdosta State a first down at the shorter 23-yard line. 23-yard line.
A 25-yard gain, first and 10 at 44.
First and 10 now. I think I'd given him credit to the 20 in the play call. Again, stacked backs to the left of Edwards. He will hand off. That's Cheney again, right side. He's wrapped up and taken down by one of the defensive linemen.
Cheney on the carry.
That is 98. If it's 98, it's Bethea. If it's 98 is Spurrier. 99 is Bethea. Just getting the numbers straight. And no gain on that play.
No gain, second and 10.
So the Hawks defending against a second down and 10. 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. 28-6. Valdosta State on top and looking for more. Hawks. 4 down linemen. They'll bring 2 backers here. Pressure coming. Edwards hit as he throws. Lobs it toward the end zone. Incomplete. Edwards' helmet comes off, so he'll have to leave for a snap. It was Lane who got through and got the pressure on him. That's one of the few times there has been pressure on Edwards today. Valdosta's front 5 have done a good job protecting him. The pass sailed away incomplete near the front pylon. Shorter had the closest person to the football. And now Seth Smith in. He's completed 67% of his passes on the year. And now Valdosta State is going to elect to call a timeout. Most likely that just means so Edwards can come back into the game. Timeout on the field. We'll make sure it's not a 30-second timeout. We'll see.
Timeout. Valdosta State. First charge timeout at the half. With the timeout. 12 may remain in the game. All
right, we'll take a break as well. Valdosta State is up at 28-6. We'll be back in a moment. Shorter Football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Sammy Edwards will, in fact, return after losing his helmet on the previous play. Valdosta State calls a timeout, so he does not have to leave for a snap. 2 receivers split to either side and a running back up in the H-back position. Empty backfield more or less. Pass floated out to the left side in the flats. It's caught, turning the corner and getting upfield near the 10-yard line. Enough for the first down. About 14 yards on the reception. That's going to be Grayson Milasevich who will make the grab. He had 19 catches coming in. That is his second of the day. Felt like there should have been more. 6 minutes and counting in the third quarter. Valdosta State just taking their time with the drive. 28-6, Blazers on top. It's a non-conference game for them now. Bullard shifts inside a little bit. Edwards off the play fake. First and 10. First and goal from the 10. He'll try to lob the ball into his tight end in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. That was Noah Gillen, who has 1 catch on the season. They tried to work him in for a touchdown pass there, but the pass was too high. Even for the 6'3", 251-pound senior. And now Valdosta State. Second down and goal to go from right at the 10-yard line. Edwards with his heels on the 15 gets the snap number high, puts the ball into the chest of his running back, Cheney, who will go almost unimpeded into the end zone. Somebody grabbed a jersey and stretched it out, but otherwise he goes 10 yards in for the touchdown. That makes it 34-6 Valdosta State up over Shorter with 5:42 to go. And the defense is gassed. There is no other way to say it. 34-6. Shorter trailing Valdosta State, 5:42 to go. As McKay comes in. Hogan, the holder. Brass, the snapper. Spots down, kicks up, kicks good. 35-6, Valdosta State leads Shorter. 5:42 to go in the third quarter. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
That was an 8-play, 60-yard drive for Valdosta State. Amazingly, resting my voice during the commercial break makes it come out worse. 35-6 Valdosta after the 10-yard touchdown run by Cheney. 4 different players have rushing touchdowns for Valdosta State today. And then Edwards has a touchdown pass. Kickoff goes into the end zone. Holmes has it. He will return it to the 10 out to the 12-yard line. And no further as Valdosta will get there and surround him. Blazers have a player getting up slowly. He will get up and run off the field under his own power. And Shorter gets the football back again deep on their side of the field. As that ball was returned from about 1 yard deep. And it only gets it out to the 14-yard line on the return. Extra long huddle on the sidelines for the Hawks. Now they will disperse and head toward the field. Several umbrellas out in the stands today. Bright, sunny day. Up to about 84 degrees. Feels like 86. The breeze has picked up from the east a little bit, giving the fans a bit of respite. Shorter with 3 receivers to the left. Tight end on the right. Handoff on first down into the line. Forward, breaking a tackle, pushing ahead for 3 yards for McCrary. He'll get out to the 18-yard line. 3.5, we'll call it. That's Shorter. That's probably the most positive first down play Shorter's had this half. The sledding has been tough in the middle of the line against this Valdosta State front today. Again, 3 receivers left, a tight end on the right. Handoff again to McCrary. He will lower the shoulder into a man, drive him into the turf, and cross the 20 out to the 21-yard line. So he'll pick up about 3 more yards there. And that's going to leave Shorter with a long third down and 3 to go. Hawks with the football. They need to get a first down just to give the defense a rest. The line to gain is the Shorter 24-yard line. McCrary in the backfield. Cook, the quarterback. Strunk will snap it from the 21. 4 down linemen and a backer coming. Pass is thrown near side is complete. Dearden has it. He's across the 25 and has the first down. Turned the corner on the boundary in front of the Shorter bench. Might have made it to the 26, and he did. So 4 yards on the reception for Durden, and it's going to be a
5-yard gain,
first and 10 for the Hawks, and they needed that one badly. Three receivers split to the right. H-back there as well. And now a receiver out of the backfield. That's McCrary up on the line to the left. Cook back to pass, has time. Protection will break down. He will step forward, runs into his lineman who tries to pull him with him, and he'll be sacked for about a 4-yard loss. He had some time in a nice pocket, but couldn't find anybody downfield, could Cook. Finally, he stepped up and then tried to roll around to the right. And when he popped around the defender, he ran into the chest of Bryce Campbell, who tried to drag him along and push him forward. But it did not work, so that'll be somewhere in the neighborhood. And sacks are not up. There it is. Sack number 6 on the afternoon for Valdosta State. They had a ton of them coming into today, and they got a bunch more this afternoon with 3 minutes left in the third. 35-6, Valdosta on top. Shorter with a second down and 14 deep on its end of the field. Swing pass thrown out, bobbled by McCrary. It was low. He will lose the football. It's picked up by Valdosta State. It is returned into the end zone, and it appears to be a touchdown. Yep, there it is. And now there's going to be an unsportsmanlike call that goes against Valdosta State, at least. A Shorter player responded. I don't know if he'll get the flag as well. For the Blazers, that was Ricky Ransom, who scooped up the fumble of McCrary, who barely got the ball on the swing pass. It was thrown low and in front of him. He scooped it up, got forward. As he was hit, he lost the football, it appeared. Now, we were shielded from the play from our vantage point.
Play on the field is a catch with a fumble recovered by Valdosta State, returned for a touchdown. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 of the return team for taunting. The 15-yard penalty will be on the kickoff. And have a try.
There you hear the summary from Charles Olson, who's gotten quite a bit of airtime today, as that is now just the 9th penalty of the day. Actually 10th. They haven't assessed that one on the book yet. Combined for both teams. So we'll recap that in just a second as the extra point try is up and good. So, on the swing pass, we started this explanation a minute ago before referee Olson stepped in. The swing pass was complete. McCurry lost the football. Ransom scoops it up, runs it into the end zone, some 22 yards out. Actually, 26 yards out. During the celebration of the play, it got a little real for Davon Dezime, who was flagged for the personal foul for taunting. And then the extra point was up and good by McKay. So now it is 42-6 with 2:45 to go. And we'll keep it here during the break. We'll take a look at other college football scores, see if anything's happening. Again, that early window today, actually only one ranked versus ranked team today, or game today, and that was Texas A&M and Missouri. It was 6:30 left in the third. The Aggies lead Missouri 34-0. I guess Coach Elko has figured out his defense now in College Station after the rough start against Notre Dame. Penn State up on UCLA 17-3 in the third. Louisville holding on, SMU holding on against Louisville 24-19 now as the Cards are coming back. And that's really it for the top 25 this morning. 2:45 to go. Unsportsmanlike penalty is assessed on the kickoff, so Valdosta State will kick off from the 20-yard line, as Shorter did to start the half. Now, as the kick is taken at the 18-yard line by Shorter, that's Holmes. He will get to the 35-yard line, turns his back as he tries a very slow spin move and is hit and pushed back. Another flag flies in from the referee. This will be penalty number 11 of the ball game. The two teams have combined for 120 yards to this point. And we'll wait and see. The step off is going against Shorter. You figure an illegal block or a hold.
Return, holding, number 3 of the return team, 10-yard penalty on the end of the kick. And the return, first down.
Shorter starts first and 10 at the 25.
So the penalty was on, I believe, Kobe Bates on kick return team. And Shorter now starts at its own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hawks off the right hash. Niblett in. He will shift from the left to the right as the blocker. Handoff into the middle of the line. Wrapped up and taken down there as Jaquan Hicks puts the big bear hug on the Shorter running back. The ball came loose, but the play had been blown dead at that point. Excuse me, that was Aaliyah, not McCrary. They will give him credit for 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9 for the Hawks from their own 26-yard line. McCraney and Niblett both come to the sideline now. As Shorter will go with 2 wide receivers, a tight end on the left side, and 1 receiver on the right. Durden in motion. Cook drops back on 2nd and 9, finds his tight end. That's Jackson. He has the catch, but has his legs taken from underneath him almost immediately. As 25 is either Jabari Robinson or Ja'Cory Hammond. I've seen both numbers as defensive players on the roster. At any rate, that 25 made the tackle. Gain of 1, so 3rd down and 8 now for the Hawks. Shorter. Three of 12 on 3rd downs this afternoon. 1:07 remaining. Valdosta State up 35-7. Oh, excuse me, 35-6. Cook back to pass, looks downfield, can't find anybody, steps to his right, gets wrapped up by the ankles, he'll go down. That'll be sack number 7 on the day. As Valdosta State working the roster.
A 5-yard loss, 4th and 13.
It's a 52. I did not have a 52 on their roster. Nevertheless, that is sack number 7 today.
Ethan Nation back to receive.
And it's 4th down and 13. Walters in the punt for the 6th time. He's averaging 38 yards per kick. Nation stands back at his 39-yard line on the far hash. Kick is away. Again, some pressure. It is partially blocked, and the ball will come down at the 50-yard line. It will take a shorter roll benevolently, and will roll across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And that may be Valdosta's worst starting position of the half. 6 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Valdosta State up 42-6. It's been a long afternoon for the Hawks.
Starts 1st and 10 at the 35.
Defense back out on the field. As Valdosta comes back. The big question at this point is how long will Coach Tremaine Jackson leave Edwards and the offensive starters in at this point, to be honest with you. 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line between the hashes. Valdosta State, quick pass thrown out, missed tackle on the far side. 1st down and more to the 50 into Shorter territory, and then knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Smith with the reception across the way. That'll be his 2nd catch. And that brings us to the 4th quarter. 42-6. Valdosta State leading Shorter in college football in Rome, Georgia. Back for the 4th quarter after the short timeout on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
We move to the 4th quarter at Barron Stadium in Rome. Valdosta State leads Shorter 42-6. Glad to have you along with us. I apologize for my sore throat, laryngitis, sinus infection, whatever you want to call it. But doing what I can with where I am to steal a line from Teddy Roosevelt. Valdosta State with the football, first down and 10 at the 50-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Now motion out to the left, gives 2 receivers there. Pressure coming. Edwards steps up in the pocket, fires a strike, has his man hit. Hits his man, and then he gets hit. Knocked out of bounds across the way, a 12-yard reception. As Milosevic has the catch again. Ahead to the 38-yard line, 12 yards on the pickup. Valdosta State moving the ball. And the clock moving as well. 14:33 left in the game. Valdosta looking to go 5-0. Shorter. The Hawks, 2 games canceled by hurricanes. Looking like they're headed toward 2-1 on the year. Quick pass thrown on 1st and 10. It's Milosevic again. He'll slip a tackle and gets forward for a few more yards. It was 1st and 10. He got roughly 14, I think, on the reception. And it'll be a first down and 10 for Valdosta State. McCord with the stop, one of the safeties. Just found, again, a nice little open window in the zone and then slipped a tackle. Coach Morrison mentioned in the pregame that at Warner there were several missed tackles in the first half. Kind of been that way this afternoon as well. 2 receivers to either side off this first down and 10 from the Shorter 23-yard line. Edwards steps up in the pocket, lofts the ball into the end zone. Wide open receiver, touchdown in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Valdosta State. We'll have to wait till they turn to get the number. And I believe that is Tyler Agero. And if so, that is his second touchdown catch of the day. And it's going to go for about 23 yards. And Valdosta State now has it 48-6 over Shorter. 13:40 to go in the game. And now the extra point on the way. Edens in for the point after try. And it is up and away and good. So 49-6. Valdosta State leading Shorter. Just underway in the 4th quarter from Rome. Back in a moment. Shorter footballs on the Mountain Coast Network.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Welcome back to Rome. Valdosta State makes it 49-6 over the Shorter Hawks. That was a 4-play, 66-yard drive.
Noah Botsford will kick off.
As Botsford gets ready to kick off. They have 3 kickers in Botsford, Edens, and McKay. And they rotate them through different positions, although only Botsford has punted, I believe. Shorter, 2 returners deep. All the kicks, though, have gone to the left side. Seems like it's been that way since I've been calling Shorter games, and this is year 11. Seems like nobody kicks anywhere but to their left. And that's where this one will go. As Holmes will get the football at his 4. Returns across the 10. Cuts inside a man at the 20. Now cuts outside at the 25-yard line. Then he'll be taken down by a couple of Blazers out of bounds. So he'll get roughly 20 yards on the return. And Shorter will get the football. First down and 10. Big problem is the Hawks can't even do themselves any favors right now because they can't string together enough first downs to A, rest the defense, or B, burn some of the clock. Just one of those afternoons. 13:33 to go. 49-6. As we get set to go. Two receivers to the left, as Cook's day is done apparently. And Josh Brown, the redshirt freshman from Kingsland, is in. Handoff to the left. Picks up 2 yards as Aaliyah gets the carry.
Brought down by Julius Pascal. A pick of 2 yards.
And there's an injury timeout. Valdosta State has that player down at the 35-yard line. So we'll take a break here with a 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Hawks. Actually, no, we'll keep it here instead. Taking a look at stats, Valdosta State now has 22 first downs to Shorter's 8. Valdosta has rushed the ball 23 times for 107 yards. Shorter has 28 rushes for 11 yards. And again, sacks do come off the rushing total. So 7 sacks on the afternoon against Harold Cook. Valdosta State's rushing for 4.7 yards per carry, Shorter 0.4 per carry. 29 catches for 348 yards for Valdosta State, 12 catches for 163 for the Hawks. 3 receivers right, snap is low and to the right is picked up. Cook has nowhere to go with the football. He will scramble forward, he will dive and pick up about 5 yards stretching out, and that's going to leave Shorter with a 3rd down and 3 to go. He made it up to the 32-yard line. The line to gain is the 35. Johnson and Jones combined on the stop for Valdosta. 12 and a half minutes remaining. Play clock down to 14 as Shorter gets the signals. Valdosta State with a lot of New Jerseys in now as well. Snap off to the right again. Quarterback run. He'll try to get outside. 1 man left. He'll take it down. And that's going to be Ricky Ransom, who had the touchdown scoop and score a moment ago. If Brown could have gotten around him, it might have been interesting. But Ransom, the safety, stepped up and made the play. So no gain. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Shorter can't pick up the 1st down. But the clock does continue to run. We're under 12 minutes remaining. Valdosta State will get the football back with a 4th 9 and 6. With 49 to 6.
Ethan Nation back to receive.
Lead as Nation goes back to the 30. Snap is back. The kick is away. No pressure this time. Although Wyatt Walters was hit. He rolls over. The kick hits the 40 and rebounds back to the 43-yard line. So it takes a Valdosta bounce. And the Blazers will get the ball back. No call, by the way, as Walters was nudged, but he hit the turf, as all punters are coached to do.
Final T-shirt winners, the 3rd quarter winner.
11:23 to go for Valdosta State. As now, we see some New Jerseys coming in. Sammy Edwards is done. His afternoon ends 19 of 29, 348 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he rushed 1 time for 1 yard and a score. Top quarterback in the conference. Didn't really do anything to change that opinion statistically or otherwise today. Cook's day, by the way, he finishes 12 of 20 with an interception for 163 yards. So now Seth Smith, we told you earlier, he's completed 67% of his passes, albeit that's a small sample number for 74 yards. This one's thrown and off the fingertips of his tight end, Harrison Hamsley, the junior hometown guy from Valdosta, had posted up at the 48-yard line, but the pass got in on him, and Smith threw it through his fingertips. And so 2nd down and 10. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right, an H-back and a running back to the right of the quarterback Smith. Claps his hands, calls for the football. Play action pass, he throws, it's complete and breaking a tackle, running forward across the 30-yard line, down between the hashes, across the 25, dragging him in with him. Valdosta State continues to move the football. As for the Blazers, That is Samuel Curry with his first catch of the day. Barbie will make the tackle holding on, and Valdosta State has a first down. 32 yards on the pass, and Valdosta State has a first down and 10. So not letting up with the 49-6 lead. This time, handoff through the middle of the line forward for about 5 yards down to the 20-yard line.
Jeremy Richardson.
McKay with the carry. That's his first of the afternoon. He had 26 carries coming into today. And they have just got more wide receivers and running backs and quarterbacks than you care to imagine. One of the deepest teams in America are the Blazers. 5 yards. I call it 4 on that first down. So second down and 6 from the 20. Tight end in motion to the left side. As Smith steps up, throws, lobs the ball toward the end zone. Nothing on it, and it won't find its intended target. Incomplete.
Pass was intended for Jordan Jakes.
He was looking for Jakes in the end zone, but could not make the connection. Jakes was pretty well covered by Shorter back there, but nothing on the ball. I'm going to have to go back and reread the clock rules. I thought it stopped on incompletion. It kept running on incompletions until the final 2 minutes. I may have misread that or misremembered that. It's stopping on the incompletions now. So obviously the officials know more than I do. Fade pass thrown on third down and 6 to go. Back right corner of the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage by Shorter.
Pass was intended for Sherrard Willis.
Willis, the intended receiver. Looks like Barbie back there in coverage.
4th and 6.
And that brings up a 4th down and 6 for Valdosta State. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out. As no, there was a pass interference call against Shorter. I didn't see the flag and did not hear Charles Olson, but he will give the signal. And for Shorter, that will be penalty number 8 of the afternoon to push them closer to 90 yards.
Penalty be 1st and goal at the 5.
I did not see the flag. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just didn't see the flag. So, first down and goal to go at the 5 for Valdosta. 49-6. 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield, a tight end on the left. Smith gets the handoff. It's face mask high. Slow ride. He will give the football to his running back, who will lunge into the end zone on the left side for the touchdown. So it's a long, slow mesh where the quarterback holds the ball and maybe even steps with the running back for a moment before he decides to pull it. Nevertheless, it is a 5-yard run for a touchdown. It is 55-6. Valdosta State up on Shorter. 9:46 to go in the game, as that is McKay with the touchdown. And that'll be his first of the season. And for the point after try is Edens. The kick is up and the kick is good. 56-6.
5-yard run by
Blazers up by 50 over Shorter. 9:46 to go in the game. Back in a moment. Shorter football's on the Mountain Coast Network.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
A protracted discussion going on. So Charles Olson, apparently his microphone is not working. Either that or he's taken up mime during the game. there is a personal foul of sportsmanlike conduct against Valdosta State. And it looks like we're going to re-kick that try. We'll see if he comes back and gives another description. There was a long huddle by the referees. The officials, I should say. Only one of them is truly the referee. And now everybody's resetting. They'll step off 15 yards. For Valdosta State, that'll be penalty number 5 for 65 yards. So we'll do it all again. Hey, don't forget, Mountain Coast Network now is a high school football podcast with Dan Bevels and Steve Turrentine, focusing on the Northwest Georgia area. You can check it out at your leisure at mountaincoastnetwork.com. So the point after try from the 35-yard line is where it's kicked. And it's good. So now it is 56-6, 9:46 to go in the ball game.
56-6.
And we'll take a break. Shorter Football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Welcome back to Barron Stadium. 56-6. Valdosta State leads Shorter by 50 as the Blazers will kick off. Looks like Botsford will kick off again this time. 9:46 to go in the game. And the Shorter offense has had a long afternoon, to put it kindly. Good crowd on hand today. And most of them are still here. A lot of them were planned ahead and brought umbrellas, and they're enjoying them right now. The sun's been beaming down all day. Hasn't gone behind a single cloud this afternoon. Several high, puffy clouds floating overhead. Otherwise, a beautiful day in early October in Northwest Georgia. Kickoff angles to the pylon. And goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Shorter will get the football at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Josh Brown presumably will come back out as quarterback. Both teams taking their time getting out on the field. Denzel Alexandre in at one of the offensive line positions. Strunk still at center. Campbell in at right guard. And Brown in at quarterback. Hands off underneath, hit, spinning and going down. Quick run. I believe that's Carlos Mann into the game. Yep, there it is. Let's see his numbers now. Mann into the game. I was trying to check out the offensive lineman, see who was in, and missed that he had entered. He'll pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down and 6. Handoff coming to the near side. Face mask call. Shorter's going to get a first down. Gang tackled at the line of scrimmage, basically, maybe even a yard deep at the 27-yard line. But a couple of Blazers there. One of them got a hold of the birdcage. I believe it was Campoletti. He was in on the tackle. He may not be the man who grabbed the face mask. But Shorter should net the first down here as they'll step it off 15 yards.
After the penalty, 1st and 10 at the 44.
6 penalties now against Valdosta State for 80 yards. 14 penalties overall for 170 some odd yards. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. 2 receivers to either side. Handoff. That's Mann. He'll start in the middle. Cuts outside. Comes back to the middle and will pick up about 4 yards. Mann, 5'9", 175 pounds. He's off Sand Mountain in Alabama. Geraldine, to be precise. He'll pick up 5 yards there. And he'll head out. Charles Aaliyah comes back in. Long look to the sideline. Play clock is at 15 as Shorter comes set to the line. 2 receivers to the left, a tight end, and a receiver to the right. Down 56-6. Hawks playing this one out. Aaliyah with a handoff left side. He'll pick up maybe a yard. More like a half yard.
Brought down by Diego Bremer and Caden Campoletti.
Yes.
No gain.
Caden Dotson blocking for him on that left side. Third down now, and 5 to go. Hawks are 3 of 14 on third down today. Three receivers in, 2 of them can't decide how to get lined up, and Shorter's going to have to call a timeout. Coach Ryan Strickland unhappy. He's the receivers coach, and he's giving them an earful. 7:35 to go in the game. Timeout on the field. 56-6, our score. We'll break away. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
7:35 remaining in the game. 56-6, Valdosta State on top. Carlos Mann back in the backfield for Shorter. 2 receivers to either side, and Mann stands to the left of his quarterback, Brown. Third down and 5 to go for Shorter, just shy of midfield. They have to get across the 46 for the first down. Brown back to pass. Holding call is going to go against Shorter. Brown will keep it as he rolls around the right side. He will get right near the first down marker. Slides, but is hit on the Shorter bench as Campoletti came through to finish him off. No flag on that, just the crowds going ooh on that play. But most likely a holding call going against the Shorter offensive line. I didn't catch the number, and the mic apparently not operable for Charles Olson. He's had to use it so much the batteries may have run out in it. And for Shorter, that'll be penalty number 9, and will push them over the century mark in yardage.
Penalty 3rd and 15 from the 39.
9 penalties for 105 yards. Still third down, though, for the Hawks. 7-17 and counting. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back to the left. As Brown calls for the football. Spins it in his hands. Has some pressure. He's going to run it himself. Gets through 1 man. Will be dragged down shy of the original first down line. And Shorter will have to punt, presumably, on a 4th down and 11. And a Valdosta State player down at the 30-yard line. And actually looks back and signals to the training staff to come help him. And it appears to be just a cramp. It almost looked as if the referee looked at him and said, "Can't you get up and keep going?" And that's when he turned and looked toward the training staff to call him over. So an injury timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. 6:47. The clock stops with the injured player. And it is a muggy afternoon. For the first time today, there's some cloud over the stadium, and the players are playing in shade. 85 degrees. Heat index makes it 87 with the 51% humidity. The dew point down to 65. The breeze we spoke of earlier has dissipated. As now the injured player up for Valdosta is backing off, talking to either the ref or Coach Jackson, Coach Jermaine Jackson, and the referee having a conversation. The injured player is number 52. I do not have a 52 on my Valdosta roster. And he was backing away, saying something. The training staff was slow to leave. And now Coach Jackson returns to the sidelines. Clock starts 6:40 and running. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Comes in number high. The kick is away. Nice wobbly spiral. It won't turn over. It's going to hit at the 20-yard line. Takes a shorter bounce. Fielded by Valdosta, though. Returned up the far sideline. Still on the feet. Tight roping down the sideline. All the way. Nobody's going to catch him. There's a scuffle back at the 25-yard line. Two flags have thrown there. The return man picked up the ball somewhere in the neighborhood of the 15-yard line, returned it down the far boundary the entire way. And that was Ethan Nation, how nobody got to him to bump him across the way is because Valdosta State had a remarkable wall set up on the return. But we'll wait and see. Nobody seems to be celebrating on the Valdosta side now that they've all looked back. So, and I was looking, I missed the call, I assume unsportsmanlike conduct. I missed the signal from Charles Olson. I was looking back at the officials marking the foul. We'll see if they step it off, and that'll tell us something. Or how far they step it off. So 5, 10, 15 yards. So personal foul undoubtedly against Valdosta State. I am at this point because everybody appears to be new. Handoff for Valdosta State on first down to the right side.
Alfonso Franklin on the carry.
Franklin gets the carry. He'll pick up 5 yards.
Gibson.
As shorter. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the 2 deep and just go to the roster at this point, just for safe sake. Let's see. Dedrick Gibson gets the tackle for the Hawks after the gain of 5. We'll wrap this one up fairly quickly today, folks. Mainly because you're probably tired of hearing this gravelly voice. Second down and 5, pass thrown, complete to the 30-yard line. Good for 10 yards. Completion there to Curry. Smith still in at quarterback.
Brought down by Gibson.
Good for 10 yards on the first down. Gibson again there on the tackle.
First and 10 at the 30.
2 receivers split to the left. Shorter with their 4 down linemen and 2 backers in the box. As we hit the 5-minute mark. 1 back in the backfield. Smith claps a second time, gets the ball, hands off to his running back, who breaks a tackle, is still on his feet at the 40-yard line, cuts back to the hashes at midfield, caught by Shorter and taken down at the 49-yard line. Franklin with the carry, and he will pick up the first down run. That's good for about 16 yards. Valdosta State continuing to move the football. Excuse me, 21. I looked at the wrong 5-yard increments. 2 receivers to the left from the 49-yard line. Valdosta State with the football and the big lead. Handoff again, starting left, coming back right. And another juke move across the 40. An 11-yard run on first down for Franklin. Shorter, when running the football today, has not been able to successfully penetrate the Valdosta State defensive front with any regularity. And there have been a few missed tackles in that next level for the Hawks. Valdosta State has been able to squeeze through any gap that was available and then break a tackle on that second level many times. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Valdosta State strike across the middle, complete to the 20-yard line, maybe down to the 18 for the Blazers again. And that is Samuel Curry.
To Samuel Curry.
They'll put it back at the 20-yard line, but that's good for the first down.
Brought down by Deidre Gibson. Gain of 19.
19 on the play. Gibson with the tackle again. And it's 1st down and 10, Valdosta from the shorter 20. 3:12 and counting. (56-6). And off to the right side this time. Nothing doing there. Shorter bottles that one up nicely.
Robertson on the carry.
As Robertson got the carry. And the Blazers have a player down. And the training staff will come to check out that person while we have an opportunity with 2:52 to go. We'll look ahead to next week. And the Hawks will be on the road in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. That's about an hour from Virginia Beach, very close to the North Carolina-Virginia line, against Chowan University. That is a 2 o'clock kick. Our airtime will be 1:30 here on Mountain Coast Network. Hopefully I will be cured of this ailment by next week. And we'll have that game for you. It'll be Hawks against the Hawks. Injured player for Valdosta was Trey Cameron III, the offensive lineman. He'll take a slow walk back to the sidelines. And everybody returns to the playing field. 2:52. And counting now as the clock starts. Smith, the quarterback, has one back to his left. 2 receivers to the left as well. Snap is over his head, back to the 30-yard line, down to the 40 is where he will go as he is hit trying to recover the fumble. We'll see where they spot it. Probably split the difference and make it around the 38 or so. And that honestly is one of the few mistakes Valdosta State has made on offense, or defense for that matter, all day, outside of penalties.
For a 17-yard loss.
Puts the football all the way back to the 37-yard line. So a 17-yard loss. And the Blazers now with a 3rd down and 27 to go. And
this is the 2-minute timeout.
The 2-minute timeout. 56-6. The 2-minute timeout. Back in a moment. Mountain Coast Network.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
The 2-minute timeout evaporates, and we get back to the playing surface one more time. 56-6. Valdosta State with the football. Looking at a 3rd down and 27 to go after the errant snap over the head of quarterback Seth Smith's head and right shoulder. Everybody returns to their regular positions. And 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shorter, 4 down linemen, 2 backers at regular depth. Smith calls for the football. Gets it number high on the snap. Steps up into the pocket. Gets wrapped up. Gets away. And will run forward. He's going to be hit. And he's hit. Going down for the slide. There's another penalty against the Hawks. The Hawks fans don't like the call. Coach Morrison out on the field pleading the case. Smith was running across the 30-yard line. He had gone to his knees to slide. His body was still fairly vertical, but he was in the process of giving himself up when Logan Crossfield came across him and hit him kind of high. I think the question might actually be helmet-to-helmet contact, possibly, and that's without benefit of video replay for me. But Coach Morrison talking with the field judge on his side. If so, that'll be the 10th penalty against Shorter for 120 yards. Still good. Let's see. And I glanced at the scoreboard clock and missed the signal from they're waving off the flag. Okay, there it is. I was going to say I missed the signal, but they decided to wave off the flag. Crossfield gets benefit of the doubt. And it could be the absolute correct call. Like I said, for as many flags that have been thrown today, I can't say there weren't many that weren't too legitimate. It's just been that kind of an afternoon. And now, Valdosta State has called timeout. Well, you can't take them home with you, so Valdosta State calls timeout with 1:34 remaining, looking at a 4th down and 15 at Shorter's 26-yard line. And we'll take one more break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Valdosta State elects to try for a field goal. The ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line, so a 43-yard attempt for Ethan Eddins. Snap is back, spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is good from 43 yards out. And for Eddins, that will be his longest field goal of the season. His previous was 25. Shorter's down 59-6 with 1:28 to go. We'll be back after these words on the Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
So a 9-play, 61-yard drive nets a field goal. It's 59-6. Valdosta State leading Shorter, as the Blazers will kick off one more time. The kickers may get dibs on the ice bath this evening. They've been busy people today with the kickoffs, extra points, now a field goal. As this one is pooched It will be short to the 20-yard line. Shorter will handle it off the bounce at the 15. And returning to the near side of the field, caught from behind and taken down at the 20 is the shorter return man. That's Vandiver on the return. And the Hawks have 1 minute 20 seconds left. Down 59-6. We'll see how they will elect to spend their time. Shorter does have 2 timeouts left. For what it's worth, Valdosta State has 1. Hawks back out on the field. And the Hawks have a new quarterback in the game. And handoff to the center of the line. Nothing happening there. It is a 10. Hard to tell some of the round numbers for Shorter. So that would be Jeb Walls in at quarterback for the Hawks. Walls, 6'3", 220 pounds, a redshirt freshman from Perry, Georgia, Central Fellowship High School. Getting some action here. Nothing on the carry by Mann. And a long look to the sideline. Play clock is at 12 as the signals come in. 37 seconds on the game clock. Handoff to the left side. Man again. He'll be wrapped up and stretches forward to the 25-yard line. So he'll get about 4 yards there. And that should do it as the game clock is down to 17 seconds.
A gain of 4, 3rd and 6 at the 25.
And the Shorter players start heading toward the sidelines, and that's going to wrap it up here. 59-6 will be our final score as the clock hits 0 now. Shorter will drop to 2-1. Valdosta State, the number 3 team in the country, will improve to 6-0 now. 5-0 now. And 2-0 in the Gulf South Conference. We'll take one quick break and wrap this one up from Barron Stadium in Rome. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Welcome back to Barron Stadium. You can wrap this one up in the Valdosta red and black this afternoon as the Blazers defeat Shorter 59-6. Again, Valdosta State improves to 5-0 and 2-0 in the GSC. Shorter, and this season as an independent, will drop to 2-1. Valdosta State next week will travel to North Greenville, presuming they have everything straightened out in their neighborhood after the hurricane. And they had a lot of damage up on campus with power lines down, trees down, and whatnot. And Shorter will be on the road at Chowan University in Murfreesboro, North Carolina at 2 o'clock. We will have coverage for that beginning at 1:30 here on the Mountain Coast Network. Final stats. It was a long afternoon. Valdosta State 28 first downs to Shorter's 9. Valdosta State rushed the football 31 times for 146 yards. Shorter rushed it 37 times for 32 yards. Valdosta State was 22 of 34 passing for 411 yards. All in all, 65 plays for 557 yards of offense for Valdosta State. Shorter was 12 of 21 passing for 163 yards. All in all, 58 snaps for 195 yards. Cook, 12 of 20 passing for 163 yards and an interception. His counterpart, Edwards, 19 of 29 passing for 348 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Rushing, Shorter McQuarrie had 12 carries for 32 yards. Mann had 5 for 12. Aaliyah 8 for 11, Brown 3 for 8, and Cook with 7 sacks, minus 31 yards. Valdosta State was led by Hester with 7 carries for 62 yards and a score. Receiving, Shorter. Bates had 2 catches for 59 yards. Marshall 4 for 54. Durden 3 for 24. Jackson 2 for 21. McCrary 1 for 6. Valdosta State was led by Ajero with 4 catches for 97 yards and 2 scores. And then defensively for the Hawks, let's see. Looking for tacklers. Oh, that's the wrong page. Excuse me 1 second, folks. Let me go back over here and sorry about that. A little rusty on this. 11 tackles for Bremer for Valdosta State. And then for Shorter, Jackson had 5, Lane had 5, Thomas had 5 to lead the Shorter Hawks. That's a look at your Georgia Northwestern Technical College postgame report. GNTC teaches you how. Get trained, get hired. Visit them online at gntc.edu. Thank you to Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Automax, Parker Systems, Alpha Agent Ben McWhorter, and Trucked Up for helping us bring you Shorter Hawks football. Thank you also to our servicemen and women, as well as our first responders and medical personnel who keep us free and safe, and how important have all of those crews been over this last week in the Southeast. And finally, thank you to executive producer Kevin Strickland, the MC and broadcast family, sports information director Kylie League, and most important, thank you to each of you for spending time with us today and for putting up with my gravelly voice. That's a wrap for Shorter football today as the Hawks lose Valdosta State